versus BNE.
Yeah. Get with the times. Get with North America. Where our two teams have to beat each other to just have a chance tomorrow.
For an NA team to win.
Snappy, missed scout shot, but then he finds Regon. As he comes around that first corner, these AKs looking for the trade frag.
They're challenging these
layered scouts, man. Layered scouts. I know you love your aim, but it's still a dangerous game. Smoke in front for Madden. Trying to find another angle here as Dia comes in with the...
Ay, no cambié la miniatura, creo, sí, un
Can't
PT.
quite get it in the bag. Oh, on Flotro with a nice little snap into the player top
Cambié la
ramp.
miniatura.
All so low, dude.
That's nuts. 61 health for the 3 players left. Spinks is going to give him a little space. Hades looks to attack from the back. Scenari. Dude, this is weird. A Galil, he tries to stretch for it. Scenari tags him down low. Diha comes in with another Deagle kill. The bomb can just get on site, but Hades will grab that Galil. And now one Flotro needs to grab this clutch. 9 health. Spinks close. Hades back. And bomb is picked up. He's able to run into the cover, but we've got that quick pistol play over top. No plant, no chance. ENCE forced by back.
Really well done. I mean, they hit all their scout shots, but
Bueno, aguantá tanto, va a
He
gritar.
just started yelling. They lose that round. They didn't throw their flashes. They could have flashed these scouts off very easily, but
That's the whole thing.
They wanted to win their duels. Oh yeah, we just talking about flashes.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is they're not throwing too many flashes.
Yeah, those ones they shouldn't have skipped probably. It would have been very easy to get the scouts to unpeak for the scaling. There wasn't much utility coming from ENCE either. Still almost won, but wouldn't be a BNE match if it wasn't exciting. Oh, nice shots, Hades.
Quick, easy pickups. Last man's GXX, and he gets naded to 58. Still does some damage. He's got damage in him.
Ronda para ENCE nomás.
But there's a quick flank.
¿Qué onda, Zucker? ¿Qué onda, Valentín? ¿Cómo se nota el público? Claramente, claramente. Había 700 personas. Obviamente estaba infladísimo ese número. Era por el hype de 9Z en Major.
2 years, right?
Pero bueno, no pasa nada. A ver, poco es que me cambia la vida. Está jugando MIBR, no sé qué prefieren ver, la verdad. MIBR, Eternal, ENCE, Bad New Eagles. Yo preferiría ver MIBR, pero... ¿Cómo va Axel? ¿Todo tranquilo, José? Subió el dólar en Steam. Sí, estaba por hacer un video, me colgué. Me colgué, boludo. Se me pasó la hora. Porque quería prender stream y ya queríamos de seguidilla. Prendiendo. Acá, tomando unos verdes como siempre. O sea, ¿cómo se ve? Está bien, porque no me fijé ni cómo se veía nada. Sí, estamos. Se ve ahí. Sí. ¿Qué vemos entonces? ¿ENCE, Bad New Eagles o MIBR Eternal Fire? Ustedes deciden. ¿Se puede jugar CS con vos? Sí, en algún directo que esté jugando, yo juego con la gente del chat. Así que sí. Y nunca hay mucha gente, así que, digamos, siempre jugamos, no te digo con los mismos, pero bastante seguido. Che, ¿qué? Les digo. ¿Quieren ver a ENCE? Bueno. ENCE. Saben que la emoción es diferente, o sea, me siento raro con 9Z eliminado, o sea, no es lo mismo el hypeo, o sea, es raro, me siento raro con este stream, con los streams que hice antes, es como que me falta algo, me falta una parte de mi corazón. No sé, bueno, yo me voy a comer una banana con el permiso de ustedes, no lo malinterpreten. Va a llegar alto. Buen equipo. No vi otros partidos, pero vi contra 9Z y pasaron por encima. Esto va para OnlyFans. ¿Para cómo era? ¿Ruler 34? Luken se cagó en el equipo, se fue de vacaciones allá. Ah. Desconozco, la verdad. O sea... ¿Vos decís que dejó en banda al equipo? Tipo... Como que fue a pasear y le chupó un huevo a la Major. Es cierto que a él el CS ha dicho públicamente que no le interesa demasiado. Que le interesa plata. Y hay videos de él. Pero... Sí. Me chupa un huevo que me desmonetiza. Estoy más acostumbrado a la desmonetización. Sí. Acá se hace todo por amor al arte nomás. Me fue a liberar una banana así, pero por atrás. Jugó horrible todos los partidos, fue el peor del equipo. Eso es verdad. Si el toro, si Luken estaba encendido, tenía más chances en 9Z. No es que perdió por Stomp. A Liquid le podría haber ganado. A MIBR también. Pero bueno. ¿Qué se lo va a hacer? Cara dura, Luken. Mirá que queda feo que le diga yo. La verdad no sé por qué no vi ni el Twitter, nada. Para voy a poner pantalla completa, no sé por qué lo tengo. Pasa lo que les digo, no siento la misma emoción. Es como que... Pero bueno, dale, vamos a ponerle onda. Que ya es miércoles. No, obvio, se cayó mal. Eso... Eres el primero que lo sabe, yo quiero suponer. Go ahead and jump down 2 into the CT spawn. He sees that one inside smoke. There's now 3 players in there, and this is a slaughter. Madden holds his line. Es una violada esta gente hasta ahora. Van New Eagles. Y la verdad que con Eagle no mataron nada. ¿Qué quieren que les diga? Se siente como ver a la selección sin los jugadores.
Who'd be the tallest guy
on
ENCE? Diha?
Tallest guy on ENCE, probably Diha. Yeah.
Gente, ustedes me van a disculpar, pero... Bueno, va 4-0. Iba a decir que este era un match más parejo y va 4-0, pero... Vamos a dejar ENCE por ahora. Pero si veo un 10-1 algo así... Que no creo, no creo porque ahora tiene de Build. Bad New Eagles. Obvio. Bad New Eagles que la chupen. Tienen que clasificar ENCE. Claro.
Nice. Oh, I love Counter-Strike.
Igual, gorda, vos sabés que me olvidé de decirte, porque yo iba a cambiar un poco el pique y encima lo cambié, pero no updateé los picks, porque viste que si no updateás, mirá, ahora les muestro. Voy a abierto el juego. Fíjense. Muteo este pelotudo. Ahí está. Mirá. Porque lo hice como el orto. Yo acá había cambiado Renegades, que salió 0-3. Acá había sacado a Liquid y puse a Spirit, que Spirit ya clasificó encima. Y no, me salió como el orto. Me salió como el orto esto. O sea... Me olvidé de decirte y encima yo no lo updateé. O sea, el retraso impresionante. Pero bueno, estos 4 van a entrar sí o sí. Y estos 3 pueden clasificar. Así que bueno. Hay chances de pegarle a los 5 por lo menos.
Gets there. We've got 2 T's, very low health, still able to fight off any closer rotates, but it's the sight they need. And here comes Spinks, 3 kills.
Sí, es que lo cambié a Renegade y Spirit, pero no le apreté updatear acá, no puse update picks, me recabió. ¿Cómo que no lo dejaste así? ¿No lo dejaste así? Ah, capaz que yo te tiré. Ah, no, soy un gil, o sea, te dije, vos lo actualizaste, vos pusiste Spirit, entonces... Yo no updateé los picks, soy el más virgo. No. Poneme la full screen, bueno. Me reta, ¿no?
did a good job jump spotting, getting that smoke down on the door to their entrance, but it wasn't enough.
Oh, wow.
Bueno, ya nos vamos a dar cuenta.
Worse for both parties. Spinks gets Scenario. That's through the smoke on tunnels.
Oh, tough. And Snopsy comes off cat.
And it's looking to hard reset BNE here.
Uf. Después quiere mirar el precio y
By a thread in that last one.
te va a salir más que los costos de realidad virtual.
Still up close to it. Madden tucked that.
Literal. Depende del estado, pero esos guantes, más de $500 tienen que estar.
Oh, almost able to react fast, but not fast enough. GXX tucks his head down. Bullets whiz by. Hades all the while patient and waiting for the cat play. Smoke gives a little room to wiggle. And he jumped.
He got by him.
He got by him, which is at least an opening here for Regon, but I mean, he's so outnumbered here. This is a heads up 1v5, and he doesn't know about Madden creeping close on
Eso está en Reclaim.
They get the plant? No,
Son-
not even.
So close.
Son Factory New
Everything
eso, no me
shut down
jodas.
here from ENCE. It only costs
A mí son
threes,
Factory New.
and that's a price they're willing to pay.
Yeah, yeah. That was a overall solid positions throughout. That was, you know.
Yo vendí 500 USD de skin para comprar un celu.
Spinks over on
Está bien, pa. Está perfecto.
dead shots him through the
¿Qué skin vendiste y qué celu compraste?
They go-
A ver, me interesa.
At the exact same time, so BNE attempting to fan the map, go for some individual engagements. The money coming into round number 8 is not spectacular. So they were on max loss, so yeah, they only had the one. The question is, do they want to fully invest? I feel like Regon, I'm not sure if
A ver, che.
they would have had a really, really healthy buy last time, so
5-0 MIBR.
all their money here, but they probably shouldn't. Yeah, so he'll have the 1 AK on the round.
Mm.
Yeah, this buy looks pretty solid here from BNE. Long control as well, let's go for it.
Está complicado Bad New Hills.
Oh, he had the, yeah, they had the long spawn.
Van forzados.
Consistency in the flashbangs, but the CTs throw one back, and he's not ready for it. Damn.
¿Qué quieren que les diga? O sea,
Stretching those arms to grab back the AK, peeks into the op. Hades
no es por mufarla ni nada, o sea,
is
pero...
confident to repeat and continue this fight. He's got Snappy right behind him.
La diferencia para mí
Still kick it up a notch.
es muy grande entre Bad New Hills y ENCE.
Back on ramp though, and if Synopsy tries his damnedest,
O sea, les diría que 2-0 va a salir este BO3. Ah, lo pensé.
Yes, sir!
No, lo que puso, hermano. What the fuck?
Let him know.
Bueno, a ver.
That's the good stuff.
Ojo.
And there's a minute, man. The bomb is totally within reach. 2 on the big
No,
flank.
lo comen para atrás, lo comen para atrás.
You know what else? Madden's got 31 health.
Ay, pero va a poder plantar, ¿no?
Winnable.
They're literally not even defending the A site right now.
Winnable. Y más o menos.
He's just gonna go for it.
Nothing to lose.
There's a plant. 1v2.
This round all starting with an AK.
Muy lento igual, viejo.
What a
Being hunted from behind as bomb is planted.
oh.
He's still worried about Cat though, worried about the boxes. Now that engagement from Long's gonna pull his attention until he knows they're both there. He's gonna be on high alert.
La gana y no sé. Nada, nada.
On the shots that come from Long. Spins
Igual,
buys him his home
demasiado
court.
hizo, ¿eh? Para estar con una Deagle nomás.
They just walked up. I don't think he had armor. No armor there. That changes it too. You're gonna start pre-firing everything. Seeing ghosts in the walls.
Look at this second one, dude.
I thought these servers were
¿Cómo me
vaccinated.
hace esa pregunta?
Ow.
¿A vos,
GXX, the
¿A vos qué te
god.
parece? ¿Sí o no?
GXXX. Op shot down mid. Nothing hit.
¿Cómo va mi BG? 6-0 mi BR. Firme.
Real spread defense and BNE. Still trying to use that contact down suicide. Hades, you can feel the call to action, but he's going to try to...
Y depende por cuánto le
Nice
eres.
flashbang for the
Y la verdad que
defense,
sí.
but it blinds both sides.
Hay un dicho que dice, nos faltan... ¿cómo se dice? No faltan homosexuales en el mundo, sino que faltan financistas.
Looks like ANTWERP want to push him onto a cat hit if possible. BNE looked like they wanted mid B, and it looks like they might wait out the smoke and try again. Snap will be the insurance policy. Oh, they're jumping up. Oh, Snopsy goes down, but now they're going up cat. Madden's going around.
Gente, ¿cuánto dicen que sale este match?
Only two here. A one here. Yeah, just 80s.
Yo digo... 16-6 digo yo. 16-6 lo gana ENCE. 16-12, epa, pero habían cerrado. El que le acierta el resultado le regala un paquete de souvenir. Los tengo acá, miren. Reclamé varios antes de que actualicen el dólar. Mapa CT, más o menos, no te creas. Es muy 50-50 este mapa, ¿eh? Déjame decirte. Sobre todo en este alto nivel. El tema que, claro, si tenés una Upper bueno. Pero mira, acá pueden pasar. Bueno. Debería poder ganar la ENCE igual. Pero ya pasaron al site. Van a poder plantar. No, muy sólido, che. Vamos por esos paquetes. Aunque a vos te gustaría otro paquete, ¿no? Estar incómodo. La pokebola. Si cerrás bien y defendés, obvio. Ni hablar.
CT's back through their own spawn. Synopsy grabs bomb. Snappy and Madden just walking up into what's supposed to be ENCE's 9th win.
Lo que puso. Pero igual. Tiene mucha guita ENCE. ¿Cuántas rondas faltan? Quedan 5 rondas. Bueno, tiren cuánto piensan que va a quedar la primera mitad. Tiren ese resultado. Yo digo que sale 12-13 para 12-3 para ENCE. Hasta 15 el máximo, así que 16-5 mejor. La primera mitad termina 12-3. Se los va a violar para mí. No revisan ahí, viejo. ¿Ah, no? Primer mapa. Claro, de este mapa la primera mitad. O sea, cuando cambian de lado. Para mí, 12-3. Y te diría 13, pero vamos a decir que sacan una ronda los de los New Eagles. Pausa táctica. Están comiendo. A ver, ENCE es muy buen equipo. A ver, eso. A ver, MIBR. 7-1, mirá. 7-1. A ver si lo ponen en el chat. A ver, lo voy a comentar yo. ¿En serio? ¿Necesito seguir para comentar? Dale. Bueno. Nah, anda a cagar, bro. Tengo que seguir los 10 minutos. 13-2, 13-2, hijo de puta. ¿Ni una rondita vas a sacar? Oh. Así lo mata. Bueno, epa. ¿Cómo rushean, hermano? No, no, no. No les importa nada.
He completed the kickflip. You didn't see that?
Okay. Regon inside of the smoke. Dio senses his presence.
Ronda Axel. ¿Para vos cuánto sale? ¿Cuánto sale este mapa? Yo había dicho 16-6, creo que dije. Por ahí.
ENCE are, of course,
good.
The best they have ever been.
Yeah, ENCE are in a tuxedo right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, so are BNE.
Lindo tiro, Paz, pero no te va a servir para nada. No, lo están pasando por arriba a Bad New Eagles. Para mí, 2-0. Clarísimo. 12-3, claro, la primera mitad 12-3. Para mí también, la primera mitad 12-3. Aunque no sé. ¡Qué ota!
We're going to the major.
Yeah, or they just like sit in a circle facing the back of everyone's head and cutting each other's hair.
Okay, like a powwow.
Yeah.
Well, they look good, but this one doesn't feel.
A ver, MIBR. 7-1, ¿por qué siguen en pausa? Lo gracioso, este mapa lo piqueó Bad New Eagles. Por eso que les digo que puede ser un 2-0 fácil. Uy, la comiste, ¿eh?
Fast response though, BNE gonna try to crack the whip up catwalk. GXX will catch
bueno.
that lower tunnel play, so if they just go fast enough, then maybe they can still overwhelm what's here. But Hades has been.
Nah, hermano, mirá lo que pega Hades, boludo. Bueno, 2 contra 2, la pueden ganar, ojo.
Again, utility ever present. One Flotro looking for that contact versus Diha, who is low from that first fight in tunnels, and sure enough, we got a
ganar Bad New Eagles. Papá, la ganó Bad New Eagles. Ya está, les cabió lo que dijeron 13-2. Casi siempre pierden los propios picks. ¿Vos decís? A ver. ¿Qué sé yo? Depende. Depende del equipo, creo yo. Dale, dame ese 12-3. Ese 12-3. Muchachos, no se olviden el like. Así. A ver si YouTube me recomienda. Para que me desmonetizan todos los videos. O sea. Mínimo una recomendación. Esta ronda para ENCE, no hay chance de que pierda ENCE esta ronda. No hay chance. Está ganadísimo. Ganada.
He's kind of left to his own devices, more or less. You know, he helps out on site when he's needed, but let's see what he can do on his own again. Regon. Ooh, lets off the clear.
Ay, Snappy, te caíste, amigo. Un poquito.
And it costs him. One Flotro, quick trade. Diha pops up from car, and that is clean as can be. From Diha.
12-13, 12-3 digo. Tengo pruebas pacientes de que le desmonetizan todo así que dejen likes, literal. No, es increíble. Pero bueno. Uno lo hace por amor a esto, no por el dinero. XD. 12-3. Era 12-3. Dije 16-6. Así que tiene que ganar la pistol Bad New Eagles. Miren lo que paga Bad New Eagles. Pasa que debe ser este mapa. ¿Imaginas? Por 9. Beretta saca el logo. Beretina. Snoop Dogg, hay que amar el trabajo, no por el dinero que deja. Van a pasar fondo como loco. Bueno, linda baja. La gana Bad New Eagles, dale. La gana Bad New Eagles. No Bad New Eagles. ¿Te acuerdas cuando estás en ese launch? ¿Te acordás de ese launch, amigo? Que apostábamos skins a los partidos. ¿Te acordás de eso? Qué alegría. Hay páginas todavía que se pueden apostar igual. Equipos. La verdad el apostar es... O sea, la ludopatía está en mis venas, pero aprendí a controlarme porque he perdido mucho dinero. Eso. Como carrió este de boost.
What strain? Okay.
Tangerine Dream, man.
Okay.
Pero acá en el casino. ¿Sale stream en el casino? Voy con la foto de San Gaben. Muy lindo tiro. Paso la ronda número 5 de Bad New Eagles, parece. 12-5, ojo.
Did he say? Yeah.
Look, it's like a JDM chairlean.
It's just the chairlean, yeah.
It's aerodynamic.
¿Te acordás de eso? Pero me acuerdo. ¿Es eso Launch? Porque yo me acuerdo la página donde estaba Phantom Lord. ¿Te acordás de Phantom Lord? Que estafó a todos sus suscriptores apostando, que arreglaban con el dueño de la página. Yo me acuerdo de eso. ¿Qué te tengo que mandar? Bueno. Una ronda más para Bad New Eagles.
This is the liability, actually. GXX has 34 health in the back of the B site. Let's say he misses this shot, or he just loses the scout duel. Then maybe B site crumbles, bomb plant with it. Instead, he locks Snappy out of it, and then the support's going to come over because it's the warning sign of the first frag. And it's GXX with a solid couple kills. BNE.
Las fotos, sí. La de tu culo y mi choto. Sí, es verdad, me recolé. Qué mal los veo a ENCE. Nah, chill. Forzaron así que no perder otro más. ¿No tienen buy ahora tampoco? Sí, que no tenemos buy, mirá. Puede ganar esta. ¿No se escucha el gasteo? Ah, está re bajito. Ahí. O sea, yo lo escucho bien, pero no sale en el OBS, sale más alta mi voz por eso. Ya. A ver, debo tener también esto muy... La sensibilidad subida.
The goat of Kazakhstan, that's Hobbit.
Yes. Well, his goat.
Ahí va.
Anyways.
Gun round.
The Emperor.
On Flotro.
Chieftain.
Close cat. Oh. He gets out.
Ay, te salvaste.
Oh, dangerous, but he gets out. And that's going to be Regon's invitation closer to this mid setup. Hades staying crouched, and as long as he's crouched, he won't be spotted, but that is contact.
Yeah. Oh, Regon, he knows he can get something a little bit more out of this. But he's also got this off behind him. GXX, flick it up.
Bueno.
Back.
Ojo, Baño
Nasty
Eagles.
shot that was.
Diha right there behind barrels. Now Regon, he is stuck, but luckily GXX is going to lend him a helping hand. Hades firing hot as ever. Goes back into middle, but GXX is going to counter it. And now,
el M4 azul es la fósforo.
Now they're winning for Rio. Now ENCE, can't remember the last time ENCE have won a round.
Esta creo que es.
That was super solid. Picking apart middle, like how Regan uses his position kind of as an outpost.
Siguen en pausa estos, what the fuck?
GXX as well, knowing that nobody can come lower tunnels and peek him in front of the door. As long as he's in that spot, that helped a ton. Lots of leverage in that 1-2 punch play.
Tech 9, wow. Way too sharp.
Uno por uno.
Scenario gets double tapped. GXX, though, looking to, again, bail his team out of a stickier situation. But this is one that they should definitely hang on to. Flotro making sound. That's going to be heard by Diha. He's going to make his play off of that. No support towards long, but luckily GXX catches both as he comes back and nails Diha to the side of Cat.
Se viene el comeback. ¿Qué dicen?
GXX just not missing.
He's coming alive here in the second half.
Pero nada, igual tiene que ganar ENCE.
One Flotro with the final piece of that one, but the Opper in GXX is definitely being a key piece.
No me gusta tanto, es muy brillante. No sé, para mí es espectacular ese M4. Es como un zafiro. Pero en un M4. En el juego se ve mejor para mí. Solo yo sigo una pelea mal. ¿Qué onda? Stone, papá. ¿Todo tranqui? ¿Qué andas haciendo? Viendo ENCE y Bad New Eagles. Lindo partido. Parecía Storm de ENCE, pero se recuperaron. Y estábamos... Bueno, lo tengo de segundo a MIBR Eternal. Va 7-1, está pausado hace como 10 minutos, no sé.
And how many teams do we have to talk about that where like they get hyped and rowdy when they're winning, and then it's just a dead heartbeat when it's lost.
Right.
But now you saw it. You saw the rumblings
el
of
fuego,
it
no.
from that moment they won the second pistol.
Uy, no se lo van a esperar ahí. No se lo van a esperar. Pero se huele que puede estar ahí.
Catch fire and push GXX, who's been on fire, into the lower tunnels. He's got a challenge coming at him. Madden pre-firing the angles, and that's a bit of a warning sign here for GXX. Still, he sticks around.
Oh, this is awesome for him. He's no, he'll miss the first shot. Snappy. Can he really approach him? Yeah, he'll actually go for the
esperaron bien, lo esperaron bien.
GXX going down.
Así tenía que jugar Luken, pero ni la sombra. Nah, bueno. Pero es que lo hacen jugar un rol que no es de él. O sea, si estaba try de AP, era otra cosa. Puede ser ronda para ENCE porque ya pasaron el side. Se mandó. Un poco troll ese salto, pero... No, la cluchea. O sea, me tengo que tatuar. Se tienen que tatuar el nombre de Rigo. No, no. No lo creo, no va a New Eagles.
What a move! Now we see Regon play. I swear, he looks like the most seasoned one of the bunch. I love the
nice dick, le diría si soy el compañero.
And I think the one player that didn't come up kind of living with them,
a ver si muestran cómo se... Ah, no, muestran el clutch.
Sorry?
¿Qué lectura de juego? ¿Qué lectura de juego? ¿Cómo se da vuelta en el timing perfecto? Es suerte también igual, pero la rompió.
I didn't hear you. Look at this guy. That's how I feel. What a clutch.
What a clutch.
Oh, when Hades gets behind that box, I think maybe the ABRÍ peaks and ends the hope, but
Yeah, he did, but he missed.
Luken se fumó un caño antes de jugar.
Maybe an unaffordable miss.
Ah, muy pajeado, boludo. Había uno que ponía que no la ponía, por eso estaba mal, boludo. No la puso antes de ir a Bélgica.
And honestly, B&E, could have set themselves up for.
Sí, es verdad. Hay un player que tiene la silla. Sí, habían comentado antes, sí. No presté atención, pero. Pero es que hay gente que juega, o sea. Hay gente que juega así, capaz a costa. No sé, es raro. O sea, de por sí los pro players juegan raros. O sea, el de baño y ese, ¿eh? Claro. Martón Ignorancia, ¿qué onda Navi? Juega el sábado, creo. Tiene sangre argentina. ¿Qué juego? Me está cerrando la cola de una manera, Baño Bills. Yo pensé que era un stomp. Van 7 rondas. Salieron 12-3 y van 7 rondas al hilo.
Then on all these other rounds, GXX has had insane efficacy with his op both on the A side and B side.
Fue clave ganar esa
pistol
para New Eagles.
Recovered his scoreline drastically. Everything else has been pretty relaxed.
Además tienen plata. Tiene que meter una ya, ENCE. La va a pechar fuerte, ENCE. Puede ser.
It's a risky spot. The boost is coming in.
They've tried that a couple rounds.
States are very decent. I mean, and Madden is incredibly low.
Me quieren cagar el pique. Dale, ENCE, la concha de tu madre, viejo. No jodamos, loco.
Simple. They might have already met their quota for unconfirmed damage on this round.
No sean pechos fríos, por favor.
Walks through that stream of bullets.
Ya están cagados, mirá como mira medio porque le entraron antes. Y sí, se le siente un poco el olor a caca. Matan. Te lo esperás, NCT. No, ni siquiera. Una baja, pero están dos en coma. O sea, es de mentirita la ventaja numérica. Al menos uno es el AP. Pero una de estos pueden bajar a dos. Hay dos. No van a llegar, che. 18 segundos. Bueno, agarró el tiro, capaz que pueden plantar. Bueno, la jugaron espectacular. La jugaron bien, la jugaron bien. Y lo bajan, y lo bajan. Qué buen bunny. Pero, qué bien, papá. Vamos a cerrar otro Baño Eagles. Puse que terminaba 0-3 y vas 2-1. Es que son buenos. Yo los vi en la clasificatoria para la Major. Jugaban bien. O sea, alta joroba. A los 40 va a estar más torcido que... No puedo leer ese souvenir. ¿Cuánto dijiste? 16-12. Bueno, sí, estás en... Es posible un 16-12. Y te doy un souvenir de los dos, porque a veces jugando dos.
Catches the B player. Fights on multiple fronts as Saneri locks into blue. Snappy turns it around. The spray's there for a bit more.
Se cayó el ENCE. Podría haber bajado uno más. Se cayó. Bueno, 3 contra 2. Ay, qué pelotudo. Pensé que ENCE era CT, no sé. Agarró un lapso. A ver. Y ya saben que es ahí. ¿Lo escuchó saltar o no? Está cubriendo el humo. Está. Ah. Ay, lo tenés fondo, lo tenés. Ah, no, la gana Batnio. Ya que estás calificativo, tirame el Prime. ¿No tenés el Prime? Skin de chaleco tiene que poner. Y skin de granadas. Ya, para seguir robando, ¿viste?
So they'll still have money, actually.
Y sí.
For another chance to play, but a great answer back instantly.
¿Se imaginan una granada fade? Ya que ahora se pueden dropear las granadas, para mí, ojo, en algún momento. Que manden una cápsula de... Como ir a un fondo.
Fast and clean from Juan Flatro. Poor Diha. She got steamrolled the moment he comes out of those doors. Nobody's able to exit with him. This is a quick
Free Fire. Ah, el Free Fire ahí. Me parece tan nefasto el Free Fire. Oh, para petes. Sin ofender a los que juegan. Viste que ahí se ofenden por todo.
Chucking nades deep into the tunnel so that maybe he can lend a helping hand to the mid-hold that Hades tries to give cover to. Regon on the boxes. What an angle! 2 kills as he falls down. It's Hades on the up close with one. Flatro just jumping and serving a distraction. We've also got this exit as Synopsy cuts into the site, catching them off guard. Spinx is thinking this is clear, but no, sir.
Oye, me ofendí. ¿Se acuerdan el de ayer que escribió? Ay, no digan gordo tetón, eviten usar esas palabras. Nini. Ay, qué llorón. Es el Pug para pobre. El Pug. Qué juego el Pug. Tema que estoy tan mal. Me cagan a tiros. Bueno, 13-12. Si ahora saca 3 rondas ENCE, ganás el souvenir. Veo difícil igual que saque 3 rondas ENCE, pero... Tactical Pause. Ahora empezó mi MIBR Eternal, quiero esperar. 8-3 recién. O sea, what the fuck.
They're no joke.
Te dije ese el mapa. Sí. Pero lo que te digo, para mí es muy 50-50 igual. El tema es que lo están ejecutando bien los de Bad New Eagles. Sí, para mí todos los mapas son CT. El tema es saber ejecutar la defensa, digamos. Y tener algo de daño, ¿no? Claro, claro, depende de cómo jugás. Sí, sí, siempre. ¿No te van a chequear? Uy, si se abre, mata a los dos. ¡Oh, qué timing! Timing, viejo. Buena baja, che. Pegatinas de $50.000 ahí, la vieron.
Take that every day of the week. They're setting up for a long hit. He can continue to lurk. Anything extra he gets can already be too much.
A mí no mata.
B and E are the ones
No,
who
no
want to
creo que
make this
sea
a 45
medio igual.
if possible. Bomb's actually coming back to mid.
Sería una peteada.
There is a chance. I mean, they have slight cap push here.
Pistol starting to apply
Lo
pressure
mató
on
igual.
Snappy will offer that kill back. Scenario on catwalk, 1 and done.
2v3.
Spinx is so close to this site.
¿Lo escucharon o no?
Epa.
Epa.
Ay,
Ay, casi se cae. Ay, casi se cae. 2v2 ganable, totalmente ganable. Se terminó siendo un partidazo esto.
Not yet over. And yet it feels
Ese
like
que se ofendió por el gol de Tetón flasheó
Most
bully.
comfortable spots, and Opsy has an incendiary as well.
Yeah, and that's going to land right on top of Madden with a flash over it. GXX looking to combine with a long peek. And he doesn't see anything just yet.
Ay, ese tiro les daba la ronda. Oh, mirá.
GXX has got it. And what Flotro wants to hear is their time.
Mirá vos, boludo. 3 de 3, hermano.
Yes, there is.
Bravo, let's go.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure, man. No celebrations.
Bueno, listo, no hay souvenir para nadie.
Up and over, dunked on.
Pero qué onda, boludo. ¿Cómo están combaqueando esto?
Yeah, man. And man, I feel like ENCE actually overthought that. They had the 5v4. They were out for long control as well. They kind of added a layer of complication coming back via cat and also splitting it long. And they didn't have full guns as well. So I wonder if they made a mistake by trying to, go through with the split and still nearly won it. But in that 2v2, they also didn't try to do anything together.
On
the site and went for those engagements versus CTs who had an a rifle.
Están con la moral baja,
including an incendiary.
De venir 12 a 3.
That would make their spot very uncomfortable. There it is, and Snappy just walked out middle as one of the 3 guns.
Man, if he misses that, I feel like Spinks is able to just hide behind the box and would have, taken down maybe just enough time to win by explosion. But give him
Qué tilteo con 9Z,
he had to hit it, yeah.
Lo más tilteable es que eran partidos ganables. MIBR totalmente ganable y Liquid totalmente ganable. Podríamos estar 2-2 ahora tranquilamente. Y ir a un último 2-3, pero bueno. Veremos si para la próxima llegan mejor los jugadores.
With clutches too.
With the full-fledged buy.
They've kind of won a whole spectrum of rounds, whether it's the regular holds or.
Bueno, ¿y ahora qué dicen? Estando así 13-13, ¿cómo terminó? ¿Cómo dicen que terminó? A mí se puede tirar un overtime, tranquilamente. No lo vi a Frank Caster, ¿vos sabés? No lo vi ni en ninguno. O sea, no sé nada. No tengo nada ahí.
Rotates so far away, and it's just an all-in. They don't check initially, but he doesn't pull the trigger. It needs to be Recon, and he's going to die to the hands of Diha.
Bueno, debería estar ronda para ENCE. Menos que... No, ronda para ENCE. Van a guardar.
Oh, they got to get out. That was a mistake.
Sí, tienen que guardar.
Well, he's going to be lucky to be able to see someone coming out in the first place.
Sí, lo vi a G2, casi le gana Spirit. Spirit, ojo Spirit, no les digo que puede ganar la Major, pero hasta semi se puede tirar para mí Spirit. Por lo poco que vi, juegan mucho los pibes.
I don't know if he would, because you will get cleared by the next guy. You will get cleared by the next guy every time. It's not cleared on purpose because there are more important angles, but that doesn't mean it's forgotten about.
Terminó siendo un partidazo en Bad New
Eagles. It's designed to be flashed anyways.
Doesn't bring anybody with him. Regon only able to offer up one, and that is a 14th for ENCE.
Tienen plata.
They are not the first tier S tier team to get pushed by Bad News Eagles. And IP were also on the brink of defeat and still brought back a game. Obviously,
ahí lo que está diciendo el relator es que no es el primer equipo tier S como ENCE, como Astralis, como Navi, que Bad New Eagles lo complica. Y por eso es que yo no lo subestimé a Bad New Eagles, porque sabía que habían jugado bien la eliminatoria. Ese push era el push que hacía 9Z ayer. O sea, pusheábamos, pero... O sea... Una manera de pushear pelotudamente ayer y demostrarse cuando estaba ganada la ronda de ST, boludo. No, increíble, la verdad. Me quedó el tilteo todavía.
It's being covered so well by Regon inside of middle. That's still like 2 ops so close together. That setup is so hard to see.
He thought he had that in the bag.
Hades.
That's such a moth to the flame type situation.
Si gana esta ronda ENCE, gana el match.
Mid door smoke. GXX is going to stay posted while Flatro's
Qué buen pique ese, Ay,
throw a player over. GXX now giving
pasaron
them route to
rapidísimo,
push
igual.
in with, and that's not ideal for Juan Flatro, but still he fights outwards. Hades
3
is
de
able to
3.
stop that.
Qué
Falls
close que
down
son
to
las
the dirt,
rondas.
and
Son
GXX
muy
tucked into the
ajustadas.
CT spawn, but Catwalk has been given
Igual.
over.
Tienen que
And there
guardar,
is
¿no?
a world where
Tienen que guardar
Synopsys,
porque
yeah,
si
he's gonna
pierden
run
esas
this
3
all
armas,
the way around
pierden el
Pong.
match.
And just as Hades turns attention back, he's able to nail it. Second
Otro.
player here from
Ay.
GXX. Good trade, 2v2. And Recon's
Lo van a
able to just
intentar.
work his way upwards, but these are ops.
2
in the
HP,
clutch,
2
and they
HP.
get hard cleared as Spinks just stomps down into the cubby. GXX swaps out to the A1S. Smoke
Lo va a
to try
intentar,
and help
lo va a
himself
intentar.
over. He does have the kit, but he needs these kills. And that's at least one player confirmed. Madden able to lock
ganó
this in, and ENCE will have 2 chances to close Dust 2.
Oh, the smallest
Me
little
acordé una gana de
advantages,
recagarlo
and
porque
ENCE will take it.
Gana ENCE, ya está. Ya está. No hay murja que valga, no van a tener plata. No tienen plata. Ya está.
Some good ideas back from
Y ya está, no sé qué opinan ustedes.
A really nice shot from Hades on that first swing. Ends up dying to the second player re-aggressing, and
It's
that's where
over.
it gets a little scary because the bomb is actually planted for long plat. So
O sea, tiene una
Hades
P
is
y
the
una
last guy
FAMAS.
that needs to die, but, two on
A ver,
the site for the third time
pueden
in a row,
ganarlo,
finally
pueden
grabbing.
ganarlo,
And now the
pero-
force up BNE trying to just bring it into overtime. Are down to 1 rifle, and it's not even an M4, just a FAMAS on Juan Flatro. GXX will have to
Igual se festeja que
squeeze
gane
water from
ENCE. Se
Stone with this
festeja.
AWP and figure out a way to put his team on his back. He knows he has to get mobile. But what's the itinerary?
At the very least,
Tienen 2 Deagles, una 5-7, una P, unas FAMAS.
Those Deagles and 5-7 could be so much more lethal versus Snappy and Hades. But long control.
Por armas debería ganar fácil ENCE, pero bueno, estando ST,
GXX is coming for it. He's right above
la peste tiene que cargar.
You got D-Hub very close. Spinks right behind him.
No, ya mete unos.
Shots through. The FAMAS of Juan Flatro's just
Están todos atrincherados ahí, igual.
gunfire flying both directions. A pressure cooker of a situation.
Uy, baja clave esta, baja clave. Están todos ahí en CT, están todos ahí. Ay, complicadísimo, complicadísimo. Parece que lo va a terminar ganando a ENCE nomás. No plantan igual todavía, ¿eh? No quieren plantar. Para mí... 4-1, listo. Espectacular.
Yeah.
Bien, bien. Sí, 16-3. Bien, bien, ENCE. Bien, ENCE. 1-0, 1-0. A ver, vamos a pasar de match. Vamos a MIBR.
Putting it to use, and now Xflow joins the fray. He's had a slow game, but now will be a great time for him to ignite, really lift off, and it's going to be Woxic now, putting it down to exit. He's stuck on the sandbags of his teammates, and then Woxic to deal the final killing blow. Eternal Fire
Atrasado.
withstand the
Fui al baño.
test.
Ganó ENCE. 16-13 ganó ENCE. Vamos, nomás gano mi cajita. ¿Qué cajita? Cuartito. Ah, vos decís el drop. Ah, el drop souvenir. Claro, el paquete souvenir. Pues yo decía, what? Cajitas.
Going for a pretty default setup. Right now, Xantara is going to be the sole defender for the time being towards the A ramp. He's just going to keep jump spotting. He's got 2 teammates nearby towards mid, ensuring that they will be rotating in the moment he spots someone out.
Sí, que te hagan 10 rondas seguidas duele, la verdad. Porque lo tenían... Era un partido para ganarlo fácil y ya pensar de segundo mapa. Ahora capaz de quedar un poco más cansados de lo normal.
For the time being behind the sandbags, and that's the call for his teammates to arrive. Xantara finds Cello, they're all lining up for him, and Woxic's gonna find one with the incendiary.
Están en coma. Ronda para Eternal Fire.
10 or below on hit points, and Eternal Fire are looking good.
Que marque me cae el chelo, me grita en cada ronda que gana el gordo Peti. Contra 9-7 hizo lo mismo el sorete. Gente, ¿a quién alientan acá ustedes? Yo prefiero que gane MIBR, la verdad. Por más que sean brazuca, bueno. Por lo menos viven acá en Latinoamérica. Representan de alguna manera.
So MIBR for me, making the right decision. It does mean that Eternal Fire, though, are straight back in this. Yes, it's a pretty significant deficit,
Está perfecto que hayan guardado. Claro, sí, sí.
Some weapons being traded up now for A1Ss. All 4 players have rifles. But MIBR do survive with 2 AKs. And in order to equalize, they may force around the
Eternal solo porque el chelo me cae horrible. Che, y el cara de verga gordo, su papija de J, lo que pegaba, hermano. Pero, ¿de dónde saliste, boludo? Aunque sea que traigan la copa para este lado. Claro, claro, toda la vida. Y Furia puede competir. Furia puede competir, no te digo que... pero... Imperial te digo que si fueran 4 años más jóvenes, o sea, o Fallen estaría en un mejor nivel. La verdad le pondría una fichita también, pero nada. Están... Es como la última Major que van a jugar, digamos. Como el retiro. Cuando un jugador de fútbol, ¿viste? Se retira a los 35, 40 años. Por ahí.
Slowly creeping up. The 2 defenders here lying in wait. Emo is going to be the guy to make first contact. X-Cloud's going to be playing up close towards the quad.
Claramente, Furia es Quieres hace bastante igual. Está top 10 del mundo siempre.
And Turtle with the AK bombs out X-Cloud. He needs to get the kill.
Bueno.
Bombs at defense just crumbling in a span of a couple of seconds.
Si no la pechean y la juegan bien, es ronda para MIBR.
This would be a horrendous turn of affairs if
Bueno.
Eternal concede this. And Calyx
Bueno,
is
la
doing his
pechearon.
level best to make sure that doesn't come to fruition.
Tiren, ¿cómo termina esto, gente? ¿Qué dicen ustedes? ¿Cómo termina? Termina esta ronda y doy mi predicción.
Closer to being over though. 35 seconds left. Eternal Fire still need to hold on to this. And MIBR have control over
MIBR,
Woody comes in.
16-11 MIBR.
There's not enough utility to stop this. Although a grenade lands right on the head of Woody, and the second one finishes him off. It still puts Yota in a position to clutch. 19 kills becomes 20. Still alive, still in the fight, but Woxic shuts him down. He was on a heater. He's been doused down significantly, but Eternal Fire make that a lot closer than it needed to be.
Oh, absolutely. Considering 3 of the players were in a full eco right there, and Yota, I don't think even had any armor, which is why AIM
el global está tirando vos.
But taking away 3 weapons.
Bueno, el que le acierte al resultado se gana un souvenir, como el anterior. Yo digo más cerrado para mí el mapa. Puede ser 16-13 que gane MIBR. Puede ser 16-3. Vamos a ver. Vos, Romy, si estás ahí, tira tu predicción también.
As an IGL, that's a quality you don't necessarily want. You need someone that's a little bit more level-headed, and that's one of the reasons why when we heard he was IGLing, we were like, well, hold on a second, is this going to work out?
Well, looks like it is right now, as they are slowly crawling back here.
Muy optimista para MIBR.
The Turkish side and the Brazilians. And sure, some of the rounds have been close. Some of the rounds looked like it was looking a little dicey, but they have.
Vamos a ver cómo ejecutan. TTT.
Continue this little bit of streak they are on right now. Eternal Fire in the meantime. They do have the buy to. Sorry, MIBR, they do have the buy to work with Woody, with the AW.
Pero bueno, si algo saben hacer los Brazuca es correr y rushear, así que. P90. Al final los 5 sacaban P90, corrían todo por ahí por rampa.
This is very reminiscent of some of the rounds we saw, some of the buy rounds we saw from Eternal Fire, where they're slowly creeping.
Bueno, cambialo si querés, cambialo. Hay segundos de oportunidades. Eternal 16-13, me gustó esa arriesgada, pero es posible también. Yo digo MIBR 16-13, pero... Veo bastante cagados. Bueno, importante baja. Importante baja del gordo J. Creo que es 20 nomás quedan.
There's so little time left
14
on the clock that it would only take just 1 or 2 kills.
Plantaron. Ay, llegó a plantar de pedo.
Nade was close to denying the bomb plant, but not quite good enough. And Zentaro will finish off what that nade started. Turtle bites the dust for the time being, but could be enough. Because there's still plenty of bodies left alive for MIBR, and Yota's playing behind the smoke. Woody puts down the AWP at range and deals the fatal blow to Woxic, and Eternal Fire pull.
Córranlo, a los petes se los corre, Igual no tienen plata para ir a correr.
They lost a second player right there. Just look at the economy. You're like, yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Xantaros, EMOR combined about $100. X-Files only wanted some semblance of money to speak of. They want to hold on to AWP, and also they had no smoke to work with. And sure, they had a couple of kits, but in a scenario like this, these 4v4s,
bueno,
chaos,
hay que hacer así igual. Todos los que hayan, digamos, todos los que repitan el resultado, todos los que acierten, hago un sorteo entre esos y uno se gana el souvenir. Vamos a hacer así. Gustaría regalar un souvenir a cada uno, pero bueno. Estoy tan bien económicamente. Podrían ser cápsulas, o podrían ser cápsulas para los que, o sea, uno se gana el souvenir y los otros cápsulas. Ahí pues. Claro, una cápsula. Sí, sí, sí. Sería justo también.
I think it was Cello just walking in. Sorry, it was Yota walking in through the smoke and the flames and getting the kill on the first defender on the A bomb site, which opened up the site for business. So ballsy plays coming out from the man Yota.
12-3. Sí, pero lo dijiste tarde. Lo dijiste cuando faltaban 2 rondas, Axel. Por eso. Por eso no te lo conté, porque nosotros ya habíamos tirado antes y lo tiraste ahí medio tarde.
We've seen him get boosted up multiple times on the CT side and rain down havoc, skewer those oncoming Ts. He has been put down here, but again, he's trying to make plays. He's trying to be proactive. This time it may backfire though, because the firepower was in favor of MIBR, but they're making moves elsewhere.
¿Quién pica este mapa igual?
From Turtles, and Taurus though gets him as he turns his head. And the timing could not have been sweeter on the side of the CTs. Did they just molly themselves off on
sí, hay que hacerlo justo, digamos.
Like it. It's now been smoked and extinguished, but blocks them off.
Wow.
And Woxic.
No, ronda Eternal, claramente, tiene que ser esto.
Maybe MIBR were on the wrong page with each other there. That felt very disjointed, and it almost feels like they did more harm than good to themselves.
Eternal Fire actually had a misread there. The moment they got the first kill on the player just lurking up towards short when Xantaros gets the kill, they immediately pivoted back towards mid and B because they didn't see anyone over there. Woxic was just jump crossing because they find the player up short and they see no one at ramp. They're assuming it's just a lurk over there. The hit's going to be coming towards mid or B, so they rotate back. And unfortunately for the lurk coming in, the one guy coming in from mid, he gets caught with his pants down. But obviously, MIBR didn't know what we could see, right? So they took the sweet time. But as you pointed out, that Molotov was just weird. Like, you have a player already in short.
16-14, verá cómo van cambiando. Yo 16-13, me mantengo.
Indeed, very discombobulated.
Pausa táctica. Primera pausa táctica de MIBR. Vamos a ver si está jugando ENCE. El segundo mapa. Todavía no. Todavía no están los highlights acá. Vamos a ver los partidos que va a haber después. A ver. O sea, creo que no se sortearon todavía. Ah, mañana. Mañana se juegan los últimos de la fase Challenger. Se definen todos los clasificados. Los clasificados hasta ahora son Outsiders, Spirit, G2 y Vitality. Ojalá clasifique ENCE, ojalá clasifique Force, ojalá Imperial y Astralis. Serían, ya hay 4 clasificados. Tienen que clasificar 4 más. Astralis, Imperial, Force y MIBR, diría yo, ojalá. Vamos a ver.
Involved in this Brazilian-Turkish affair, then by all means stick with us, as we're not done with the first map just yet.
Outside de MIBR, esos son los síntomas de desesperación brazuca. Y pasa que... A ver, claramente yo nunca competí. O sea, lo más competitivo que juegues es GC. Pero hay presión cuando vos estás de TT. Bueno, no salió mal. Vos tenés la presión cuando estás de TT, porque es como que tenés que proponer y los otros se cierran. Y si los otros saben jugar, es como que te desesperás un poco porque... Sí, viejo, no les puedo entrar y se me va el tiempo para plantar la bomba. Esta es ronda ganable para mí de reponer. Deberían ganar esta ronda y los otros no tendrían dando plata la ronda que viene. ENCE está ganando, sí, ganó el primer mapa cerrado, pero fue pick de Bad New Eagles, así que ojalá salga 2-0 ENCE y listo, me dejé de joder Bad New Eagles. Que vaya al tercer BO3.
A little bit more time. Nate getting lobbed in. Unfortunately for Eternal Fire, Woody was nowhere nearby. It was a 19 HP. He still have the nade though for Woxic. He's still biding his time. He could maybe find one, but no, it will do absolutely no damage. 25 seconds on the clock. MIBR.
Hijos de puta, 9Z le hacían lo mismo. ¿Cómo entran faltando 20 segundos? O sea, pero... los huevos, pero increíble. ¿Tutea eso, gente? ¿Se puede gualear ahí si está plantando a través de eso? Va a tener que guardar Eternal. Al menos que diga, bueno.
Now xFloud needs Woxic and
¿Tiene
Emo to
defuse?
do something, to be proactive,
Ah, ni
to
defuse
put some of
tienen.
those
Ah, sí tienen
crosshairs
defuse,
towards
tienen,
their
pero...
head, as opposed to xFloud, and he's had no impact at all on that flank. And with his life being cost,
No.
that should be the round. It's hard to see how Woxic and Emo even survive,
No.
let alone take
Y los
this
podrían
round and make it
correr,
theirs.
no tiene
And they
plata
may be
tampoco.
given
Muy
the
parejo.
mercy of saving these two weapons, but that will put MIBR to a 13-8 lead. And Eternal Fire are struggling again.
Qué gordo, mirá cómo grita, mirá cómo grita.
That is such a huge round. They even tapped the bomb in the moment.
Encima,
xFloud
lo
died,
gracioso
they're
es que
like,
capaz que lo
"Get the hell out of
escuchan,
here."
porque
They don't
las
have
salas
money.
creo que están pegadas. O sea, creo que se escucha desde el otro lado. Lo pueden llegar a escuchar. Saben que están con auriculares, pero...
They can see this map starting to slip away from their fingers, Vince. 13-8 now. They still have managed to eke out the buy. Everything to work with here. MIBR going to switch things up is the question. Great flashbang. They're forcing back xFloud from his position, but a great counter flash.
Oh no, what the
Cello!
fuck?
He was blinded for days. Oh, you hate
¿Qué
to
carajo,
see it. You
boludo?
hate to see it. He was so blind, Vince. He just moonwalked
bueno, es un
off
mapa que
the
puede pasar
building.
eso.
And there's a bit of a splatter down in the streets right now. What remains of Cello?
Well, to try and look at the optimistic side and the positives, at least his team aren't
se
losing
sentaron, pa.
13-8, because that would be
Nada,
the
tiene que
worst
ser ronda
time
de Eternal,
to
pero...
die in that kind of a manner. They have a
100%.
buffer of rounds. This may go against them now. This is a way back in for Eternal Fire.
Igual que Rush con el Victorio con correr el
can't
tiro.
fully blame him for that, but what a
Sí,
horrible
contra Evil
timing
fue eso, ¿no?
for MIBR to lose players just out of nowhere,
Qué
out
mal
of
me
thin
quedé
air,
sin
quite
el video.
literally.
Sí, alto
And now
payaso.
Eternal Fire have every
O sea,
chance
jugá callado
not
y
just
gritá
to win
después,
this
pero
round,
gritá
but
una
to
vez que
keep
gana
all
el
five
mapa.
players alive. Their money is only just starting to get a little bit stable on a few of these
Ahora que
players. But
grite.
Emo, coming into this round at 0
Ahí sabe cómo se la devuelvo si
50
soy del otro
for
equipo.
Woxic, 100 for Xantares.
El tema es que lo mejor es jugar callado hasta el final, ganarles la partida y listo. Y ahí boquear si querés. Una vez que ganás la partida. O ganás la serie, porque esto es el mejor de tres.
Exit is already watching mid. Yota's watching the ladder room. And Woody is just outside of B. So a save will be coming in here, Black. It does put Eternal Fire, though, onto a 13-9
claramente va a
deficit.
guardar
When you
MIBR,
consider, if you cast your mind back to the start of this map, it
Empezó
was
ENCE,
7-1
todavía no empieza,
in
viejo,
favor
pero
of
la hacen más
MIBR,
larga que...
and it didn't look like Eternal Fire had even shown up on the server.
Oh,
No sé, no se me ocurre un
This has
ejemplo.
been
Más larga que la inflación en
grindy
Argentina,
affair.
yo.
But if MIBR, you're still not quite hitting the panic button yet, right? You still have 4-round lead over here. But that is a very, very... Accidents are indeed
Your
preventable.
safety is our
absolutely
priority.
agree. Although, oh, there we go. Oh, he even jumped over. He jumped over. Oh, no.
Buenísimo, buenísimo.
Oh. It just,
Ay, qué verga,
I
boludo.
feel that. I really do feel that.
Qué paja que te pasa en una major eso,
For
boludo.
Eternal Fire, they win the round and they keep everyone alive. That's going to be really helpful for their economy, right? So, going to be feeling pretty
Una
happy.
ronda
with
más
that.
Eternal.
But the margin
Y
for
mira,
error
si gana esta
is very,
Eternal,
very slim.
para mí sacan otra porque no va a tener plata ni ver.
4 rounds still separate them with MIBI's Yota once more making his way up towards the ramp position.
Más larga que Esperanza el
Just making
pobre.
sure there's no one pushing in from mid. For Eternal Fire, this is a far cry from the Liquid game we saw earlier, where Liquid were like supremely, one might even say overly proactive on their CD side, just poking, prodding, pushing it, going for the flanks and whatnot. Nice flash though, but not quite able to take advantage of it is Calyx as he falls back, and they're getting hunted down, but two players lie in wait, and Emor and Calyx grouping up. They are just getting chomped down with his crossfire.
Tiene esa ronda para Eternal.
And Calyx replying
Debería
back
ser
with a
ya
wall back of his
13-11
own.
esto.
MIBR are getting swept aside by the Turkish team here. What a hold. And MIBR not
A mí me preguntas si soy de Corrientes. No creo que a mí, porque va. O sea, no tengo tonada correntina, creo yo.
Yota and exit with about 35 seconds left. The bomb not in a completely untenable
Iba a guardar, no
position.
ese.
That is the
No
least
ese,
of their
los
worries.
traumas.
It's the 5 healthy players that they're up against that have found a second
guardar
burst
MIBR.
of wind.
Yo soy de
Driving
Santa Fe
MIBR,
capital.
propelling them towards a comeback story. Yota on 22, exit 15. Between the two of them, they have fragged out considerably over this game, but things are starting to slow down just a tad. And this attack was completely skewered, completely vaporized from the CTs. That's one of the most comfortable rounds we've seen for
Guardaron dos hackas, así que no descartaría.
Take away the whole, cello falling off the edge of the world in the previous round. That was.
Cambié la yerba, viejo, cambié la yerba, cambié la yerba. Mirá que, mirá, así que me levanto y te muestro el paquete de yerba. No, yo, viejo, mirá, o sea, yo te lo voy a mostrar porque, o sea, yo que soy un amante del mate, mirá. A ver. No era más sucio que está el mate, ¿no? Pero mirá. Bueno, ahí no se ve bien por la luz. Pero... Miren, ahí está la montanita, bien. O sea, no me jodan bien. Se cambió la llave.
The one thing for Eternal Fire you got to point out, and you have to give credit where it's due, the 1-2 wombo combo of his Antares and Walks. We kept talking about how these two need to deliver, and they have delivered.
¿Qué dicen? ¿Qué dicen? Para mí la tiene que ganar Eternal.
Sword as well. When you have a team that is so vocal and so loud and just cheering when you're winning, when you start to lose, it starts to feel a little bit silent, a little bit quiet and lonely. But Woody,
ay. 2 de 4, boludo, pero. ¿Qué estás haciendo, Eternal? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Vos sí estás trollando, manito. Vos sí se comió un Rushi. Vos sí no podés hacer eso en una Major. Meu Deus.
Which would just catapult MIBR towards the finish line so quickly. And MIBR, with 2 AKs, albeit on weakened players,
bueno, está ahí la ronda, pero quedar así en desventaja cuando los otros están con pistols. Están 3 pistols.
Could still pull this out of the flames. They could still somehow redeem this round that looked like it could just be slipping away like the rest of Vertigo. Antares is just peering around towards that backside of the room.
The nade.
There is going to be a nade available. And he's going to line it up. Is that going to be enough damage, though? Cello gets out of there. Did do a little bit of chip, but the Molotov will additionally do nothing. So bomb plant, suddenly MIBR have a very real advantage in their favor. Zentares goes
si no te mostras, ya
up
está.
on the boxes, doesn't get fully punished for that one. Molotov will force exit out into the open. Actually, is that landed too shallow?
¡Ay, dio la molo! Ah, no, se murió.
But Exit's fine with this because he's
no, quedó una de vida. Tiene un orto también.
Focused onto the bomb itself, and that's keeping Zentares in so much of a
¡ay, lo mata!
Here we go through the smoke, coming through with the shank, but
no,
gets there in time.
No, what the fuck, hermano. Qué ronda de infarto.
Context, they win a clutch post-plant, but they came into that with a huge advantage in weaponry, and MIBR took 4 of them down.
That is such a massive round for Eternal Fire to win. It's like you pointed out, MIBR had no business
o sea,
they had the one hero AK-47.
No salió tan mal para MIBR porque les contaron muchas armas y sacaron algo de plata por el fracaso, pero...
Zantares being the bodyguard, protecting his teammate, even taking a knife straight into his his chest cavity. And they are fired up. They are fired up as hell. MIBR now. Just a 2-round lead. Eternal Fire. The Flame.
Bueno, hay mucha gente que dijo 16-11.
Double upset coming into play here. This time it's Emor and Walksick. Walksick taking a preemptive
shot. Yo dije 16-3. Así que voy en carrera, digamos.
Calyx is tapping away in the smoke, hoping to find a little bit of luck. And here's the thing with MIBR, when they speed things up, Vince, I know it's just with a pistol, but when they go for some of these faster plays, they do seem to find these openings. They do seem to be able to crack open his bomb sites. But when they slow things down with the rifle, that's when they seem kind of little lost as to what they want to do. And that's when they kind of get caught flat-footed a little bit. This nade could be huge, and indeed it will take a chunk out of some of the MIBR players. Follow-up nade as well. Cello down to 38. Turtle on 60 as well. For the time being, they have been stymied. They have a look in the form of exit. He's waiting for his teammates to make a play here, but Eternal Fire now they have almost 3 players lying in wait, and I love this reposition.
Cagado, MIBR.
Look at how forward he's pushed.
Especially as he has players behind him, 2 of them in actual fact. That has multiple bullets that are able to be sprayed down, plus the AWP as well. And that's going to keep him in close enough proximity to have impact, but also be feeling safe. He has a comfort blanket around him. And now that they've got their 2 kills, he can back off. They've got everything they wanted out of this round. And now all they have to do is just sit in, lie there, and wait. There's one smoke between the remainder of MIBR and 10 seconds in which to utilize it. So they're going to be saving, once again, Eternal Fire, not just get the round, but they keep 5 players alive while doing so.
This MIBR T side has been... It's been flaccid. I won't lie. Like, apart from a couple of rounds where with the pistols they're able to crack things open and they went for a much faster play. Every time they slow things down, they just don't seem to get anything done. Running out of time. How many times have you seen them just save their weapons? Losing a couple of players, running out of time, not knowing what to do. There just seems to be a lack of procedure, so to speak, when as to how they
solo el corte, hermano. O sea, pero
Vince, there was 7-1 down. The
no,
beginning of this
ni
game.
tenía nada, solo el corte de 6.
Now they are just
Viejo.
1 shy of tying things
Pero,
up.
o sea,
And
como
potentially
mínimo,
even taking the win here on their very map pick. The Turkish team,
masajes, un pete, no sé, que te traigan unos mates,
back to this position.
que te hagan las uñas, que te hagan
Going to be buying around.
con color. Igual me parece una banda, igual es una banda,
They need
para
to
decirte.
show some signs of
Y
life.
¿y solo cuánto? ¿Preguntaste cuánto es solo?
From the Brazilians on the T side.
Hay que ver.
11-4. It was 11-4 for MIBR at the end of the first half.
Need some zest.
16-14, escuchen, predicciones ya no se pueden tirar, o sea, ya estamos muy avanzados, o sea, la predicción era antes, cuando estaba más, no se sabía.
I don't know what will. This is dreams on the line. And I'm sure every player on the server is super passionate to be
Dale, preguntá, ¿qué te van a decir? Preguntale, ¿cuánto sería solo el corte?
But the first pick has already came through, and it's Yota. And he has
Así sabes más o menos qué tanto
cobran.
cobran
He got the
tener.
vast majority of his kills on the CT side. I'm not blaming him for the fact that they're starting to slow down as a team. He needs someone to help him out. This is where he needs a support structure to come to the forefront and start to help him. Push them towards the finish line here on Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Even though it looks like a close score, when you take into account how the first half ended, Eternal Fire have all the momentum in their favor right now. And their money's building up nicely. Calyx just shy of $10,000.
Tiene razón, Relator. Tiene toda la ventaja, todo el momentum. Eternal Fire. Si ganan esta ronda, está roto en economía MIBR y tiene plata Eternal. Ronda. La ronda clave de este game, ya les voy diciendo.
MIBR taking their sweet time to move towards the site. And this is going to just put them in an awkward position once the incendiaries come down. Once the smokes come down as well. Turtle, big headshot. Calyx is sent packing. And that may be the opening that they were looking for to yield this round and get them back into winning ways. Zentaris gets desperate. Posts up on the boxes.
Parece que la va ganando MIBR.
Well-placed flashbang.
Uy, safe
passage for this plant. It's a little bit late, but they still
no tienen más utilidad, no hay más utilidad.
No return kills from Woxic on the retreat. He was hoping to
podrían intentar porque tiene plata. Eternal. Podrían intentar. O sea, están los tres en el mismo lugar encima. 2 AP.
Turtle counteracts with one of his own, but now the rest of that CT side has gone down into the dumps, and Woody's the last man standing. He's going to try and stick the site right now, Woxic. He's sticking right down on it. He's not faking this at all.
¡Oh! ¡Le recabió! ¡Le recabió! Bien, bien jugado, bien jugado. Era de una. Lo juego así, boludo. Sí, sí. Era de una, viejo. ¿Cómo es que dicen? Los buenos no fakean. 13-13, así que lo que dijeron 16-12 RIP. Yo tiré 16-13. Pero bueno, tiene para sacar igual MIBR.
That cracked the puzzle. This solved the case. They get the 2 opening kills. It's a 3v5. They get the bomb down in Eternal Fire. They just look MIBR.
Y bueno, gente, pero voy a estar streameando muchos partidos del Major. Si se mantiene acá, voy a seguir haciendo esto.
13-13.
Es para darle un poco más de diversión que regalarlo porque sí, así
And if
nomás.
I had any doubts about his
Interactuar.
team and
Mal que defiende mi
especially
BBG.
considering
Sí.
the lackluster start they had, it has been swiftly,
¿Cómo
not
defiende?
swiftly, but absolutely eventually swept aside.
And this is where my concern comes in for MIBR. You had Cello screaming his lungs
Uno
out
sí en
when
juego
they
puse
were
16-14. Pasa que ese 16-14 lo puso hace una ronda o 2 rondas. No lo consideraría tan válido, pero si lo puso de antes de todo, puede ser. Tendría que volver a ver el chat.
They're still in this game. It will feel like they're losing this and it's slipping away. It's still 13-13.
¿Cuántos partidos se tienen que ganar para clasificar a la siguiente fase?
This is still winnable.
Si MIBR gana este
This is a
BO3,
salvageable result.
si gana esta serie, tiene que jugar otro BO3. Y ahí clasificaría si lo gana. Ganar este BO3 y ganar otro.
They still have committed 2 players towards a B bomb site, but now Emor flashing in his teammate, that's xCloud towards B stairs, allowing him to push on pretty deep, and this is great, this is huge.
Claro, cuando tomaron, qué mal defendieron la bomba, decís vos, claro, yo decía, porque es 1 por 1. Qué partido tan parejo igual.
They find him. They should actually know, looking at xCloud's position, there shouldn't be any CT on the side, but since they take a little bit too long to make their way here, Emor's already repositioned himself, and he's looking to find something, but immediately gets tagged down. He's still got to get the kill total with a double
tan
on his own.
parejo, no,
3v2 now,
o sea,
man
es
advantage.
palo por palo.
The player at mid, that is exit, he hears his footsteps. He knows there's a player nearby, and it's going to be Calix.
Baja clave,
As Calix will be spotted, Calix gets the stick, and he will be taken down. And now it's
3-1.
all on the IGL, the captain, the Opper.
Debería ser para mi BG.
The presence they show towards the B stairs, it's totally understandable why he's holding his
Tiene
angle.
plata,
This
y
is a
algo de
white
plata
call for
tiene
MIBR. They're
Eternal.
going to be heading in
No,
towards the A bomb
intentar
site.
igual.
It's empty, it's theirs for the taking. The bomb is going to be planted, and this
Inteligente
time
es guardar,
around, I don't see Eternal
digamos,
Fire resting
en
this
toda
round away
ocasión.
from MIBR.
Does Woxic even try? I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't.
I think he's safe.
Mira la col dorada.
Which, considering the money
La
situation,
col, ¿querés decir
makes
la
sense with
M4?
Zantares. They want to keep the
Golden
orb.
Coil.
The downside here, though, is it's a bit of
El
pill to
sticker de
swallow.
Power.
Round 27.
¿Qué
You
sticker
just
de
got
Power
5 in a row. Things are
2014?
looking fantastic for you, and now you have
Vos
to
querés
just
decir
swallow your pride, back away,
Power.
keep the AWP alive, and effectively give
No,
MIBR
no la que
one
sale una
giant
banda,
step
O sea,
towards that
a ver.
16-round mark.
Power. Iber Power. Pero ¿de cuál? ¿Cuál? Hay varias de 2014. Esta es la que sale
I want to see
$50.000.
them go ballistic here. Bring that energy.
La del gato.
Nope. Deep in thought. And that's my concern. When we started the game, every win, every
Power.
kill, you heard them. We could hear them from where we're sat and stood right
¿Existe eso o
now.
no?
Yeah, there's a big ass thick wall separating us from the players. We can
Esta.
actually hear them here, but
La de Gato tenías, boludo.
they know how hard
¿Esta?
this
¿Esta
win
tenías?
was.
¿En
They
serio?
know
No me
how
digas que
hard that
tenías
round
esta.
win was, and it'll be in the back of their minds. Can they replicate it? Because for Eternal Fire, they have the bar.
Sos consciente de lo que sale eso ahora. O sea,
All those rounds they won without barely taking any casualties is really come to fruition here for Eternal Fire, allowing them the ability to buy a gun and not being reset immediately after losing a round. Here we go.
no, obvio. Nadie pensó que iba a
Okay,
subir.
one to go, Blair. If they win, you better
Esa
believe
cantidad
the
de
roof
guita.
is coming off this building.
Debe salir como $3.000 esa común.
Screaming their lungs out with how close this has been, how intense.
Buenas, Ulises, ¿cómo va?
Just the pure weight
Todo
of their
tranquilo.
major lives on their shoulders.
Encima me la
This
saqué
is
en una
only the
página de
first
apuestas.
out of
No.
potentially 3 maps, and
Es
we
que bueno,
won't
eso es
just
como el
yet. The way
Bitcoin.
this game
¿Quién
is
sabía
going,
que iba a
I wouldn't
valer
even be surprised if we hit
$50.000?
OT.
Nadie.
But Eternal
Pero
Fire
nadie.
need to pick up the pieces. They need to try and
Increíble que haya
scrape it
gente que
back together
compre eso.
again.
Again, this is worrying. Every time I see this.
Al menos no era una holográfica.
Sorry, from MIBR,
Porque eso ya
like,
sería comprarte una casa.
slow crawl up
$50.000.
towards ramp
O sea,
with no eyes anywhere, no pressure
Departamento,
anywhere
por lo
on any
menos.
of the other extremities of the map.
entiendo las
And
zonas.
Zantares goes challenging. And Cello and Turtle
Cello.
grouping up together to instantly put him down. That's going to draw the rotation right now. As we do see Emor on your
Y
minimap
sí,
slowly
golpe
getting
bajo
towards
nos
the
dieron
bombsite,
nos dio
leaving
9Z,
the
che.
bombsite only
No
in
sacamos ni un
xCloud.
mapita,
But
boludo.
MIBR
Qué paja, loco. Nos recagaron con el coach igual, hay que decirlo. El no tener coach. Bueno. MIBR no es el único que defiende mal. Tiene que ser ronda 15 para MIBR. ¿En qué año fue eso? ¿2006 o 2017? Fue hasta lo último que se dropeó la Dragon Lord. La última fecha. Yo conocí a uno con el que había jugado en el Counter en 2016 por ahí, o 2015, que le dropeó también la Dragon Lord cuando estaba 1500, creo que estaba la Dragon Lord en minimal web. Vamos, a final de año en Brasil, viejo. Major en Brasil a final de año, me vuelvo loco. Lo único que pido es que se haga en octubre, si se va a hacer. Octubre, noviembre, porque después está el mundial. O sea, no me jodas.
Knowing just how important this round is, but also probably figuring out who's dropping what weapons. Because they've got to go all in. MP9 picked up, they've got an M4.
Pausa táctica de Eternal Fire. Juego misiones. Ah, pero vos estás... Igual si se juega se va a jugar en Río, bien al norte, así que... supongo va a ser ahí. Así que... Pero estás más cerca. Voy a Qatar y me tomo un bote al Major. Claro, pero la Major tiene que ser antes del Mundial. Primero te vas a Brasil y de ahí salís para Qatar. ¿Te imaginas tener la plata para hacer todo eso? Yo vendí armas que pensé no valían y no puedo comprar. Sí. Por eso siempre es buena idea holdear cosas que no tienen valor. Capaz que en un futuro, viste, no sabes. 300 kilómetros. O sea, porque misiones limita con Brasil. Pero en Río estás a más de 700, no me jodas. 700 más.
What got them into a lot of positions. 3 players stacked over on the ramp side, though, including a double boost for Zentares just over that smoke. I love the idea.
Si gana MIBR, acerté la predicción. Y no sé quién más puso ese 13, me tendría que fijar después en el chat. Me autorregalo un souvenir, ¿eh? ¿Qué les parece?
It could be at the cost of some of his teammates' lives, though, and now they line up and the spray comes in. But Yota knows they're around the corner. He still loses out against Talus. How is that possible? The 5-7 just riddles him with bullets. But Cello's not done just yet.
No, va a ser ronda de
now he is. Woxic puts him down where he stands. An Eternal Fire got to deal with the threat of exit. He's gone in for 2. He could clutch this. He could take all the marbles, all the chips here on Vertigo.
Nah, lo que ganó. Lo que ganó, la mufa, boludo, de la mufa. La mufa, 16-13, papá. Le pegué. Qué crack que soy. Me voy a autorregalar un souvenir, mirá. Me autorregalo un souvenir. Me voy a actualizar el dato, pero bueno. Me autorregalo un souvenir.
Of MIBR, Eternal Fire, though.
Así ven cómo se reclama. ¿De qué partido reclamo? Ancient me falta acá. ENCE G2 me gusta. O el de 9Z, para un recuerdo. ¿Qué mapa? ¿Qué mapa? ¿Qué mapa dice la gente? Para que muteo a este boludo. Listo. ENCE 9Z, ¿dónde está ENCE 9Z? Acá, ¿este? ¿Este y lo abro? ¿Are you sure? No es Z. Bueno, es no es Z, dice la gente. ¿Y se abre o no se abre? ¿Con huevo? Imagen. A ver, plata y miedo nunca tuve. Bueno. A ver, ¿en qué estado? Factory New, por lo menos. Factory New. Es una cagada igual que no tenga la firma de los jugadores. Eso me parece un despropósito. O sea, igual arma de 3 pesos seguramente. A ver. Sí. O sea, literal. Pensé que iba a valer un poco más, pero no. Qué malaria, hermano. Regalame esa pistola. No, qué crotera, loco. La puta madre. A ver si estás jugando ENCE. Ahí está, ENCE Bad New Eagles. Está facha. ¿Qué va a estar facha? Mirá lo que es esta mugre. O sea, la vemos en el juego si querés. ¿Cuál es el que uso yo? Este. Banquenme que le va. Demora 100 años cargar a veces. Pero, sí. Sacarle la pega de ENCE y te la compra siempre. Le pagaba 30 veces más lo que valía en el marco. Y bueno, 16-13 salió nomás. Le pegué. Uy. Tragué un cosito de yerba. La puta madre. Casi me muero. Voy a buscar agua mientras carga esto. ¿Qué pasó con ENCE? Está jugando. Ya pongo el partidito. Oh, se lo dejo mientras carga. No, ni shiftaviar puedo. PC de mierda. Be right back. Estoy. Me re fui. No, ¿cómo que te fuiste, pa? No, acá no. Acá. Y vamos a ver la P50, esta que me dijeron que es linda. O sea, si esto es lindo, yo soy Brad Pitt. ¿Cuál es la P50? Acá. No, más ciego que... Gente, ¿qué opinan de esto? A ver. No te digo que es horrible, pero... O sea... A ver. Los stickers de oro carrean, pero tampoco jodamos. Los auriculares usados son unos audio técnicos. 20 X creo que son. Mira, a ver, te los muestro, sí, total. Y después pongo el match. Para hacer bien está bueno. ¿Qué onda acá, Félix? ¿Todo tranqui? Mira, audio técnico. ¿Dónde está acá? La verdad, totalmente recomendados. O sea, no se dejen llevar por lo gamer. Esto, auriculares de estudio buenardos y son dentro de todo económicos.
There's no money here for BNE.
¿Cómo? ¿Le cayó?
2K to
La
3K
yerma.
total. Basically an anti-eco here for ENCE. And a solid hold.
¿Tienen micro? No tienen micro. No tienen
Comes
micro.
down to the 2v2, but it's just well handled at the end by Matt.
Solo malo, pero bueno. A mí a poner los lentes.
Vent drops are hard to stop.
18-4, man. One Fletcher.
Ah, y cambio el título. ¿Qué dicen? ¿Me quedan facheros los lentes o no? ¿Me veo más intelectual?
Yeah, that's
A ver, vamos a cambiar.
pretty damn impressive.
MIBR.
Easy cleanups inside of Hunt.
Pará, me olvidé de poner las etiquetas también. Fíjense que había puesto esto, pero vamos a poner MIBR. Bueno. MIBR.
Fine, now they're hanging on.
A ver.
Yeah, but soon it's going to
ENCE
be ENCE to be
versus
hanging on again.
We'll see.
Major,
No, second half.
Antwerp.
CD side.
Esto para que la gente
ENCE.
encuentre el
They had
directo.
a lot of missed utility for Bad News Eagles
Ahora
on
sí
their
vemos
own
el-
map pick,
Yeah.
and I feel like those, you know, on Dust 2 you can get away with it.
It was like the Xbox smoke, and I mean these are not even hard.
Nice try 9Z.
utility, so if there's any nerves or
Sí.
whatever, you're definitely going to forget some of the harder
Mira,
stuff.
Califa
or
sos
not
vos
be as
todavía no
quick
hora
as
para
charged.
no.
Not hard, but very important.
Bueno,
Juan
And
Flatro can't
Califa
die.
blanca.
first. Shy of 20 frags.
You know what the problem was? They gave him a silence them for. He wasn't
Man
getting
needs
kills
the
with that.
A4.
Yeah,
He's a loud guy with a loud gun.
they poisoned the well.
Dale, gente, predicciones para este partido. Dale, dale.
Like cross here from ENCE. Quieter than an A1S. They all get down.
¿Qué dicen este partido?
Except
En mi
now,
humilde opinión,
back. Still throwing nades.
16-11 gana ENCE.
Spinks just serving up a
16-11 ENCE. ¿Qué dice la muchachada ahí en el chat? 16-11 ENCE.
Nobody's even close to the B bomb site. So
Damn, no timing called. No rotation. Juan Flatro, he was the whole intercom system.
6-13.
Right.
Bueno.
feels like communication broke down with that one. The moment the bomb gets planted, Synopsy just jumps into the vent, and with that, dies instantly. ENCE had that one locked in the moment they got downstairs.
As soon as they took out Juan Flatro outside, because Juan Flatro's a snitch. He'll literally kill somebody, see somebody, tell everybody about it.
Para mí 16-11 claro.
And the whole, yeah, exactly. And then ENCE, there's nowhere for them to go. He keeps peeking, even when ENCE try to face
Va a estar
somebody,
repeleado.
he's
Sí,
outside,
sí. Bad New
they
Eagles
know
es buen
he's gonna
equipo.
peek again. But here, they got him right away. There's no one to re-peek. There's no one to take care of Yard. They let the T's run around free.
So ENCE happy to take an 8th on this T side.
They killed the important guy, the high-value targets.
The MVP,
The Juan.
the Flatro.
16-15. ¿Cómo ganaba 16-15?
ABRÍ.
Está fachera la remera de Bad New Eagles.
Yeah, true.
He's got a little art in him.
True, true. Polish art.
Yep. Another fast one, perhaps, ENCE? What flavor would you like to end on, my friends? Lickety split into the A site, quick and easy.
Pasaron como
Snappy
colectivo
and
lleno.
Spinks a kill apiece.
What a nightmare having to deal with this over and over again.
Ay, te
God, looking
caíste.
for something, but even the op can give great cover.
Si no te bajás un par,
While
perdía la
Flatro,
ronda, che.
tagged by the flames, going to be pushed into the gunfight
No, rip.
that he is not prepared for. Can't see a damn thing.
Rip
And
round.
GXX, a nightmare of a situation.
No,
He
es
gets
6
gunned
para
down through
ENCE.
that smoke. At least he didn't have to see his killer.
How many times? It was 6 rounds?
17-15. Puede quedar 19-15.
6 rounds
O
at least, ending
18-16.
And I mean, Bad News Eagles did a really good
¿Cómo
job
va
at
ENCE?
least
Ganó el
keeping
primer
enough
mapa
economy at the start to
y ahora
always
está
have
ganando
enough
Nuke,
guns to
9-6.
keep
Ganó el
competitive.
lado
When they
TT.
finally got busted, dude, when the economy broke, that was just ENCE every round.
Considering they did not stop a single upper hit. So every single time ENCE did try to go for this, they won it. The fact that B and E still got 6 rounds is insane. Basically,
fact.
every single other type of round, no matter what the attack was, especially outside, they won virtually everything else. So that was actually really good overall. Of course, a lot of that had to do with the fact that Juan Flatro's 19-7, so much impact.
Ah,
great
obvio,
rotations,
se entiende que
extremely
jodiendo.
pervasive, whether it was being close up outside, in heaven, downstairs. He was a father, a brother, an astronaut, a lover,
Vamos a ver qué tan bien
All in
corren.
one.
all in one.
Siento que la gana Bad New Eagles. No sé por qué, a la pista.
Should write a book.
Bueno, arrancamos mal, pero...
80s dual Berettas. Oh, that almost was perfect.
Uy, lo
but
que pegó
instead,
ENCE.
Spinks'
Ay, te caíste un
USP
poquito.
to go dry in the middle of that fight, Madden around the back of the site.
Se
Oh,
cayeron,
they
se
don't get
cayeron,
it. They don't
boludo.
lose
Pero viste, la
pistols,
ganaba
dude.
Bad New
That's
Eagles.
4 for
Lo
4 in the
presentía.
series so far.
Pero ya saben el dicho, la pistola ganan los malos.
Now use that for everything you can.
No aplica cuando juegan 9Z, porque ganen o no la pistola da igual.
Around, dude, Juan Flatro with the double.
Oh, triple.
And the last
This guy don't stop.
But that's the kind of energy.
Pareció David. ¿Se acuerdan de David? Hubo dos mapas que erró una locura con ese.
Yes.
The CT side of that to the T side of Nuke when it's of course
16-13. Yo que había hecho 16-11. Mirá la gorda, aprovechando que ganan la pistol para tirar predicción. Ay, ay, ay. Bueno. Hizo valer las code.
Of course, somebody else can step into those shoes. You can't just let Juan Flatro die and then the heartbeat falls flat. You got to keep this dream alive.
Oh, cómo no le da Riot Games. Ay, perdón, me acostumbré. Valve.
One of two chances, still very much alive.
Importantísimo choque este. A ver.
He gets 1.5, and there's the deagle of Snappy for against.
Bueno, bien para ENCE.
Spinks is here now. His head
Lo tapeó.
as Regon hits a critical shot and looks to turn this one back, maybe to join GXX inside this A site.
But they're walking.
Diha is in this corner.
Wait, is he ready for this? Yeah, he is. Somehow
Más
controls
importante,
that.
lo escuchó encima.
The scout of Hades.
Qué linda ronda que ganó ENCE.
Into Regon, that is ENCE
Qué
with
bien.
the force buy win.
Oh man, we're like 18 rounds in, and
Voy casi sin delay en el directo,
has
¿no?
22 kills.
Lo que
His
estoy
teammates
viendo.
have 24 kills between the other 4 of them. So
Qué
yeah.
lindo,
Oh
vale.
well, you had to hit a shot like that to kill him. Hats off. Yeah. Well, if you do it like that, that's in style.
Y debería ser ronda fácil para ENCE.
And to
Porque
stop
tienen
somebody who's
5
like,
deals.
crucial for all of the rounds in the first half.
Teto, uy, se la come
Critical
entera.
with the 3K.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was just trying to help
Oh,
out the
hermoso.
another
Go.
nades.
Look at these nades.
Another.
It's still
Bueno.
Quattro.
You see, if
Bueno.
you don't kill him, you're gonna get dished a little bit of damage. And Juan Flatro on 10 health with his 23rd kill. I mean, this is just absurd.
It's just absurd.
Having a match.
Complicada igual, aunque tengan uno más.
Map of life.
Pero la Deagle siempre te puede meter uno a la cabeza y a dormir.
B&E alive.
¡Ay! ¡Oh!
Oh,
Ojo, es lo que le digo. Ojo con el águila del desierto.
And Snappy's going to take off some pressure here. We've got wounded members on Bad News Eagles, and Spinks now feeling comfortable enough to take these duels, keeping that nice long-range distance. His reloads in.
No lo vio, me parece. No lo vio.
Hunting
Ay,
for
mira.
it, but again,
Se lo
just
esperaba,
such a
se lo
health
esperaba.
advantage there to Spinks and weapon advantage on top of it. GXX 1v3 as ENCE are cementing themselves in 11th round win here on map 2. SMG of Madden
11-7.
chasing
Sigue igual,
down that
sigue
frag,
igual.
a little bit of extra money, a little
Sigue
bit of
ganando
extra
ENCE.
space
Así
between
que-
ENCE and the 7 rounds of Bad News Eagles.
And a
Así
lot
que
of big
tranqui.
pressure outside. Lots of good nades later on.
Y ahora tampoco tiene plata
Huge opening kill for one
Bad New
at
Eagles.
least.
Lo veo más oscuro que...
Regon as well with his deagle.
No sé, digan usted un ejemplo. ¿Oscuro que qué?
It's a 3-round game. You want to hold out hope. CT side is very scary. ENCE are very scary. B&E know that. And for now, they'll just have to see what they can do with these single flashbangs.
¡Epa!
Not
Ay,
bad.
Get
Flash
them onto
gets
the
him in.
site. Yeah.
P250 kill a little bit more, but that's it. Madden and Diha combining for the easy cleanup.
12-7.
5 rounds
Formato
of gas
suizo es
now.
horrible,
ENCE
y-
meant to pull ahead, but guns in the hands
A
of
ver.
Bad News Eagles. Their real chances in full-fledged
Infancia en
rise
Siria.
will be far and few between. This
Os juro
one
que la
is
caca
incredible
después de comer
round.
algo pesado.
Absolutely. Yeah. Something we need to pay attention to.
Ay.
Round 20
Más oscuro que la
very
caca después de comer asado.
And we'll
O
have to see
sea,
how ambitious they
yo que
want
me
to
como
get
un
on
kilo de
something like
asado,
this.
tengo una pudrición,
What they're
o
gonna
sea,
try to
más
go
todo negro. O sea,
We know
listo,
that
no digo
they
nada
bring
más.
a lot of set plays themselves into these matches very regularly. That is B&E.
Diha trying to charge him down. Oh! Regon's able to win it. Hog in the hands of Hades. Hunting for the head of GXX,
Ya con
but
auge,
he's got to be
el
careful
gordo.
because Hades, you got 3 guys down on the ground floor.
He doesn't care.
They're smoked off for the time being, but he will reposition back towards Garage, and they waste no chance here. Bad News Eagles with a player slipping through.
Comías asado de buitre. Asado de paloma,
Be held by ENCE, so
de búfalo.
what can Regon really do here? A quarter of his health as Spinks looks to come up.
He is so low.
Oh! It's close. Spinks able to escape.
Uy, casi.
And at the very least, Bad News Eagles have done a good job of pushing back this forward
Desayuné un
positioning
huevo revuelto y
from
comí un
ENCE's
omelette,
city
no
side.
sabe. Es que sí, y el olor, te la debo, el olor.
Oh, the lineup from Hades. The AUG perfectly played for the 2K. There is still Synopsy, so there is still hope.
¿Qué onda, Cuerti? ¿Dónde ganaste eso?
GXX with the first and second. Turns his attention down onto Spinks just in the nick of time. Keeps the man advantage held on to.
Oh my god.
But this is so stringy, man. This is also split.
Is the bomb going to go secret is the question. 26 seconds, and it looks like no. Unless he mollies just to get the rotation out so he can go back. And now it is just Madden. But GXX has the bomb.
Oh, and he gets stopped.
Oh my god, it's 15 seconds. They have to go back
They
and get
need
it.
to kill.
No way.
And Madden, he's standing in the open. Scenari
¿Por
giving
qué no
a
se escondió
chance.
igual el de ENCE?
Frags only at the end of that one.
That's ridiculous. There was actually a way that Madden could have played around the box instead, and it could have come down to time. But he also risked getting chased down. And you know Madden doesn't like to fight like that.
He tries to hold this
Como
ground,
águilas,
and
decilo bien.
there.
Nuevas malas águilas.
Yeah, that was a big attempt. Hey, they really did a good job of being aware of all of the different positions the fights could come from. Punishing the snappy lurk, getting the refrag on Hades as well.
A ver qué hacen.
Couple nades swinging to upper.
Sorprende que nadie corra ducto acá, para acá adentro, no sé.
Looks like
Se
they
ve que
might
ni la
win
hacen
and
esa.
go.
Esa strat.
Snappy about to be tested.
Linda, Linda. ¡Ay, ay! Pero.
Especially with the spam and the second one made easy. Regon tries to chase. D-Hook comes through. This is such a cookie cutter sweep. GXX in the corner.
Tenía que
not gonna be able
esperar,
to get
pero
anything more than the one.
era una contra
Perfectly
5.
played there from ENCE.
Yeah, that nade was amazing. Actually,
Lo dije 16-11, a ver si le pego. Si le pego me regalo otro souvenir.
Like numbers thrown towards ramp. Bad news. Eagles try to send
Puede ser
something fresh,
16-11.
and instead they have a second
El tema es que
one-off round. No consecutive
no tienen un
rounds
mango
on
ahora,
this side so
tampoco.
far.
O
They're not gonna
sea,
have many more chances as this one sends them back into the pistols, right? That's what I said before. It's about those far and few between rifles. Round 21, so flat. Oh, and Regon gets dunked on by the frag grenade, so his deagle gonna be all the weaker.
16-13. Sí. Yo dije 16-11. El tema es que perdió la segunda ronda. Ganó la pistol y perdió después de
Into the
Banyuels.
legend stage.
¿Cuándo juega Vitality? Ya clasificó. Va a jugar el sábado, seguro.
Economies against them. Talent still there on pistols, man. I tell you, they can get kills with every gun.
El sábado y el domingo se vienen ricos stream también, seguramente. Ahí va a haber partidos un poco más interesantes.
He's found a little bit of timing.
No one in heaven, actually. So the two upper guys, I mean, they can be aware of it, of course. Diha has a fine position to watch this, but it looks like they're trying to cover Hut and Squeaky as well. There is a chance for a lurk, and Rigon, if he has calculated this properly. Oh, he doesn't take the duel versus Diha, but through the door.
Intentó jugarla bien, pero
Then GXX also
complicado.
cut down by Madden. It looked
I think
El
Rigon
sábado voy al cine, miraré el Major en
might
el
have seen
cine.
him Squeaky, or maybe didn't clear, didn't see it yet.
Invitaron también para ir al
He
cine
was
el
looking
sábado,
down,
mirá,
maybe
qué
he didn't see it
coincidencia.
yet.
yeah, looked down
Y mirá, el sábado
and D-Hut with a fast
debería
reaction.
hacer una predica a ver quién gana la
Covers his
Major.
teammate inside
¿Vos
the
decís que haga un
box site,
video
then
haciéndolo?
goes on to chop down the last two
Estaría
players
bueno.
from Bad News Eagles in what was a round that was never
El
meant to be.
sábado igual va a
The
ser
buyback
a la
game
mañana
from
todo. Va a ser desde las 8 de la mañana hasta las 2 de la tarde Argentina.
If they lose this one,
Oh, el tema es no sé si ya puede streamear mucho porque juega al fútbol. No sé a qué hora. Porque estoy en una liga y nos dan horarios diferentes. Espero que no me cague mucho el horario. Mis favoritos no hay. Y sí, yo diría
if they can survive that comeback attempt from Bad News Eagles and then dominate on their map pick.
ya les digo. Ya les digo mis equipos favoritos.
Laying it on pretty thick here. I don't know if they're going to try to exec behind. I don't know if they're trying to exec behind this drop vent in this situation, but the bomb is in front of Hut, so they actually score some space outside off of this pressure and made their way into Squeaky or Secret. Will they know what to do with this?
Sábado 8 de la mañana. Y sí, viejo. ¿O no?
Rigon can also get
Vos vas a
back
estar
up through
despierta,
vents,
Romy.
and if he gets
Si
a
vos
kill
sos
down
una,
here, well, then he can get that extra rotation, but Diha wins
una
the
mujer
duel.
laburadora.
Vanilla straight up off the stairs. Another smoke comes down as he's the only one spotted.
Oh, that'll
Y
help.
están
Two entries.
Bueno, mirá, la mofaste,
Scenario
boludo. Pasaron
and
a site.
Juan Flatro just sliding by that hut play. It's a bomb plant at the least. Frag grenade with Juan Flatro's name on it. That is huge impact from the frag. Gonna give a massive health edge here to the majority of ENCE's players. Smoke to the left side. It's gonna give Hades a little bit room to wiggle.
Uy, sentate.
Flatro snaps him as he tries to come in through mini. And what do these last two CTs decide to do? Is this a save?
They have no nades left over, so they are going
Tienen
to
plata, ¿no? Hay que guardar.
and
Hay que
pull
guardar.
out the two upper entries that they need to simultaneously. No way to get back in.
I mean, listen, you lose that fight down in secret. We saw Diha just dive right back into the B bomb site.
Yeah.
Felt like things were going to kind of fizzle out for Bad News Eagles, but quick and easy
Bueno,
on the
bueno.
A site.
Yeah, that was a good round. I mean, they put some pressure on Squeaky. They
Y para
did
cucharear un
throw
frío, no
some
importa
upper
si es
nades to make it
nene
seem like
o
they couldn't
nena.
exact. Then they took the outside space,
Y
escorted
pero-
two across, showed one outside.
¿No
and
tenés
tried to get
una
Radon into a
almohada?
position where he might
Almohada
work to
ahí.
kill someone lower.
O un
If that
oso,
happened,
un
he caused a
peluche.
vent rotation,
Una muñeca inflable.
a ramp rotation down, pull one of the upper anchors out, and then they could hit upper. He died, and then they still won. I think that's actually really cool. The ideas were good, and they had a response.
No.
Where just one part of their plan didn't go out.
Esta ronda, Bad New Eagles y chao.
Met by fire this time. Hades giving him a warning. Oh, Diha,
Ay,
great
casi.
damage. And it's on Juan Flatro. We know he's crucial to some of these openings. Definitely to some of the comms. Regon spotted as the shadow gives way of his presence. Draws Spinks back into the outer action, but Juan Flatro
La
has
muñeca
already
está
gotten halfway
pinchada.
towards CT spawn. And this is like a weird corner where if Spinks clears all of this,
Lo peor es
and
que
sees nobody on garage, I feel like
vienen
you
de esas
forget about that
cosas.
corner that
O
Juan
sea,
Flatro's
literal.
holding onto.
Es más, escuché que viene tipo una vagina
Yeah, it's just what can he?
que
what else
simula
can he
ser
do?
una de
That's
verdad
what
para
he's
que
looking
lo.
for
O
everything
sea,
else.
ya
He doesn't
saben.
have
para
any
qué.
other job right now, so it's important
No, no, no
for
hace falta
Flatro is that his
detallarlo.
teammates make something happen, which is can be kind of a catch-22 with B&E at the moment. He's the guy who is doing such a good job with the opening kills. So they can exec behind it, but Spinks is now in a position to try to catch the lurk. Juan Flatro might be able to crouch underneath him.
Oh my.
I think the
Opa,
shadow got
están-
revealed or no?
son.
I didn't see it. Spinks.
Ay.
Oh my god, they back up.
Oh,
And he's able to win that fight. Then the mini wrap is smoked off and the door player cut down. We've got two inside of hut. And that is also not
mapa para
going
ENCE.
well.
Ta-ta.
Bad News Eagles just killed and
Mapa
pummeled
para
on
ENCE.
their attempt
Mapa
into
para
that A
ENCE.
site. ENCE are too sharp on that upper site.
Yeah, yeah. In this match, this is
There's
ENCE
no
taking it to
chance.
the legend stage.
ENCE
And
doesn't win
ENCE,
this map.
they just have this aura about them where I mean, for a while it was just they had streaks where they were super solid.
Mirá, mirá,
but,
están más forzados
now it just
que,
feels like there's a certain level of consistency.
que
It's like
Albanil a
Spinks
fin de
is really
mes. O sea,
standing
más
out these past
apretados
few
que.
months as such a star player. Overall, I mean, I personally have so
Van a
many good
correr,
things to say
sí,
about
que van a
that.
hacer.
Oh, it's
And,
fast, Mo.
okay, yeah, we're going quick upstairs.
It's as
Epa.
fast as you can
Ah.
get. And
Chao.
just like that, ENCE a single kill away from the legend stage. Diha's going to call that Synopsy's been spotted. And
De
there
C9 nadie le
is
pegó
ENCE
encima.
doing
Ya
what
dije
Ford
16-11,
took
pero
from the
bueno.
3-0 game yesterday
Se les
into
congeló el
the legend
pecho.
stage with their next
Para sacar un
chance,
par
and
de
they
ronditas
looked
más.
clean and easy.
Yeah, they made it happen. That was
qué
super
pájaro.
solid overall. I mean, Bad News Eagles absolutely made that hard, and I think on Dust 2
A
they
ver, che.
were super impressive
Hay
as well.
otro.
But ENCE just a touch better, and
MIBR. Vamos a ver MIBR hasta que termine.
I will never know.
Recién empieza
Eternal
el
fight.
nuke.
You've got
Otra
to
nuke,
hold the sight
loco.
better than that. I'm
Se
sure
aburren
from
después de este
Jello's
mapa.
perspective, that was outrageous with the CZ. We
No,
had
no, no,
seen
no, no.
two kills
Ahora
in one
les muestro.
magazine just by running.
Cállate vos. Ah. Vamos a mirar cómo quedó la tablita. Te lo voy a decir una vez y espero que lo entiendan. Mirá. Los que tienen 0-3 o 1-3, como todos estos de acá, eliminados. IHZ, Complexity 9Z, Renegades, eliminados. Los que tienen 3 a favor de win, clasificados. Estos 5 ya están clasificados, gente. Ahora, ¿entre quiénes se va a decidir? Bueno, entre todos los que queden 2-2. Estos 4 están 2-2. Entonces, por ejemplo, nos podría tocar Liquid contra Imperial para definir otro cupo a la Major. Nos podría tocar Astralis contra Bad New Eagles para definir otro cupo. Nos podría tocar... Bueno, acá no. ¿Cómo quedaría? Uno de estos dos va a quedar eliminado. Supongamos que pasa MIBR. O sea, jugaría Force Liquid, Imperial Astralis, Bad New Eagles, MIBR. Ahí está. Mañana habría 3 partidos para definir al siguiente que pasa. 16-12 para MIBR, ¿decís vos? ¿O para quién? Ponemos el match.
To the 5-7 Emo. He's got an MP9, so the inferior weaponry playing up close and personal towards the HUD position. But
MIBR pierde 16-11. Hay que ver. Hay que ver cuántas rondas meten de TT. 16-10. ¿Le llegás a pegar? Porque pegarle ahora tiene mucho más valor que pegarle cuando está avanzado el match. ¿Le llegas a pegar que pierda 16-10? El verdadero crack. ¿La gana Chelo? Que la va a ganar. Muerto, muerto.
Or it was like almost a sensory overload, like, oh, I can hear both of them, where do I aim? And in doing so, he kind of did neither. Unfortunate positioning in the end. But what a chaotic round that was.
Loco, me agarró hambre.
Missed probably like 5 kills. It was absolutely
Me agarró hambre once again.
It won't yield the round for the Brazilians.
Lo que pasa por no almorzar, loco. A ver si me voy a ir a buscar algo. A ver, pasa esta ronda y... Voy a buscar algo para picotear. 16-2.
We haven't really seen MIBR, apart from the pistol round, try and utilize outside.
Yo dependiendo de esta ronda, ahora les voy a decir.
And maybe this is the moment where they can just go for that. Zentares gets picked off through the smoke, and that is going to make Eternal Fire's
no, una lija tengo, amigo.
much more difficult.
Cello, like a man possessed, just
Ambrosio.
down, dodging the bullets, channeling his inner Neo. 8 HP for him.
¿Qué entrenás? Sí, yo tengo que ir al gimnasio también después. Así que supongo que esta partida y me retiraré.
Into the ground early into this round. Zantares, you can see over there, even though he's dead, 180 AR already, Vince, 6 rounds in. He has been finding crazy impact, but it's also great to see xCloud kind of come alive, right? He was comparatively a little quiet, being the B defender on Vertigo, but he has been quite instrumental.
Pulvo. Ah, linda, linda.
Won by Eternal Fire. Right now, how do they adapt to this?
Uchibol.
Players towards lower. This is a bit of a switch from MIBR.
¿De qué jugás?
Sorry, from Eternal Fire. Earlier we saw Vince like
16-11. ¿A quién? ¿Quién? ¿Gana Eternal 16-11?
Catch MIBR off guard despite having the man advantage. But that means no eyes towards ramp. Turtle inside of vents. They're going to be pouncing towards the upper bomb site. Molotov's getting deployed. Flashes are good. Walks misses his shot, leaving Emor all by his lonesome in the lower bomb site. And he is going to find one. That's a huge kill to find. Woody will find Walks.
No plantó todavía.
Doing his very best to stay alive, but eventually he'll fall.
2v3, 13 seconds to play with. The bomb still yet to be planted. That underarm grenade going to do a lot of damage, but neither of the players down there, Yota or Woody, were low. So they're battered and bruised, but still alive.
Oh, de 8 pago.
Very well. Execute exit from behind. Successfully pulls the trigger.
Corredor.
But still 2 more threats to deal with. And Calyx didn't really peek over from heaven to have a look below.
Ganable para...
Both players are back to back. That grenade though could finish them off. Oh,
Correcto que tienen. Bravo.
He's so fortunate to live. The flash is in, but the call will come through.
Y tiene que hacer tiempo, Jota.
He's a dead man, but he's trying to play the time. Down he goes. Is there enough time now? With the kit,
llega.
Just about snuck this one home. It's going to be so close, but it's going to go the way of the Turks again. Eternal Fire, get it done.
Era importantísima esta ronda.
That came down to the very last second.
Puede ganar Eternal
the amount of utility being dunked onto the 2 Ts on the bomb side. They were in such an uncomfortable position, and yet it comes down to the final second. Eternal Fire somehow they're able to clinch these rounds.
Full correr toda la banda, claro. Yo soy más, por mi contextura física, más 9 de área soy yo. Aunque te juego cualquier post igual. Igual ni siquiera entreno nada, juego con mis amigos. Jugamos a una liga igual de fútbol 8. A un segundo, sí. A nada, che. Pausa táctica de MIBR. Escuchen, gente. Les voy a decir ahora. No, les digo después. Les digo cuando termine el match. Quédense con la intriga que les iba a decir hasta el final. Oh.
It's a bit of a half buy here, Vince. Cello down to 1400. You got AK-47.
Ronda medio Nico es esto, ¿no?
Don't really see any utility, so if they're gonna try and inflict any damage and maybe even win this round, they're gonna have to rely purely on their individual prowess with the weaponry. The Eternal Fire, they got everything to work with. Emor even.
A ver, Chelo, a ver si pegás lo que pegaste. ¿Cómo no murió, boludo? ¿What? ¿Cómo no murió? Mirá, encima lo detonaron. Una faga para el que acierta ahí, no sé, quédense con la duda. Al final. Qué lindo ese M4. Más con las pegatas de... Muy oscuro para Made in Brazil.
Have gone the way of the Dodo. And now Emor and Zantaros will pick off the stragglers. Yota may have a Deagle by his side and ramp control, but the bomb has spilled out. I don't think CTs have confirmation, though, that is a fact.
Bueno, esta ronda está más rip que...
They may not have had eyes on.
Aprovecho para buscar algo para picotear rápido. Ahora voy a poner full screen. ¿Por qué no? Díganme que no lo tengo full screen.
So that may have a compounded effect for MIBR to play a little bit more passively, to not charge out, and give any gaps for Yota to come in, because as far as they're concerned, he may have the bomb, and they don't want to concede a bomb plant and let that economy build up just that little bit more. He's now been spotted, though, from the AWP-wielding Woxic down on the B side, who's trying to just play possum, waste as much time as possible for Emor to come in alongside him. Nice shooting from Yoda. Unfortunate not to get any kills out of this, though he does get one right in the dying embers. How he survived this long, I will never understand. This guy must be made of iron. And finally, Calyx will smelt him down and put him in one of his magazines.
Vamos.
6-2 the score.
Fíjense lo que voy a comer. Esto con pasta de maní. Este va a ser mi almuerzo. Comillas.
But apart from that, the majority of them should be able to eke out a pretty solid buy. Might even see an AWP come out to play here if they do want to go for it.
Ahora vamos a cortarlo un poquito al pan.
Reasonably, slightly happy with the way things have panned out thus far. Utility being lobbed in here from MIBR.
MIBR.
Open the squeaky. MIBR is trying, hoping to find.
¿Quién gana esta ronda, MIBR?
Pretty comfortable. Wrapping up a few bullets, keeping MIBR pinned down.
Almuerzo merienda, sí señor.
From MIBR towards outside. As you pointed out, Vince, like we haven't really seen too much of outside presence for them, and Zantaros is the guy who's playing outside, and as long as he has eyes towards the yard and knows there's no pressure there, he can easily provide information.
Was that a miss smoke?
I don't think so. I think it's just a Molotov to prevent them from pushing in through towards the smoke.
Because they smoke secret as well.
No, there we go. It's a bit of a delayed. What is that? Towers? Okay. A lunatic just runs out and finds
Saron Secret. Hay que decir que bastante se test mapa.
Gonna come and hurt them is the question. Even though he finds one, losing a member for his team is not exactly ideal.
¿Qué paquete souvenir se saca? Para mí, Admiration 2-2. Pero esperen a que se jueguen partidos más importantes. Y total, tenés como mínimo un mes más para reclamar paquete souvenir. Complicado, ¿eh? Para MIBR.
He's already got a forward position just next to the vents, though. May catch someone, I don't know where's, but the bomb's down. No matter what they do on the A side, the bomb is in such a horrible spot. Xfloud has been unweeded from Turtle, though. It's at the cost of 25 HP. Emor has to do better from that spot. Everything was based around him getting one frag. There was 7 seconds to go. That would have been the bomb spilled down. It's just not good enough. And the Brazilians, crowbar, brute force their way into a round, which when you look
Ronda muy importante.
Over Eternal Fire was sat with the time that was left, should never be winning that round.
I know what sort of a turtle he is. That's a snapping turtle. He had no, like you said, Vince. Like sure, he gets the first one.
Mira, y tira una pausa táctica encima.
Third one on Emor. He should have been dead to rights somehow. Rips his head off his shoulders. 13-6 for Turtle.
Estoy repitiendo.
And his team combined to have 14. He has been phenomenal here on the T side. And still very early. There's 9 rounds being played thus far.
Linda esa
Showing why he is in this team. A bit of a quieter start thus far for Yota. We saw how fantastic
No traen firmas.
in Vertigo.
Una decepción.
Especially. Maybe he's kind of a CD specialist, right? Maybe it's
La válvula.
Effective 5 kills for him. Exit has been comparatively very quiet, as you do have the game resuming here. The buy is going to be coming in for Eternal Fire. However, they are starting to scrape at the bottom of the barrel. AWP for Woxic, 3 M4A1s, and the 5-7 for Calix here.
AP, 3 M4s. Uno que tiene una 5-7. El gordo Santares rushea ahí. Mirá vos, boludo. Dale pa. Limpiazo tiene que lucir. Yo también por ahí cuando están hechos una mugre le paso un trapito ahí para que no estén tan negros. Sí, van variando en lo que hacen, digamos. Me gustaría trabajar para la parte económica del counter en Valve. ¿Me imaginan saber cuándo va a salir una caja? ¿Cuándo se va a dejar de dropear una caja? Toda esa info que...
One of which is Woxic watching the ramp with his AWP. 50 seconds to play with. Doesn't take the shot for the first.
Trapo, ¿qué es eso? Trapo. Trapo, ¿cómo le dice? Ah, ¿querés decir trapo que es eso? Los míos ni los grabo. Claro. Pero a ver, hay trapita ahí con agua, mojadito. Ahí para... Apenas, 2 segundos, tac.
MIBR don't pull the trigger and get onto this site soon. He's going to have impact on top of it. Calix stuck in the hut, not required because Xfloud comes in for 2. Zentara's position is spotted and he is put down in his grave, but the rest of his teammates on the side of MIBR.
Lo veo muy dubitativo a MIBR. Está cumpliendo lo que dijeron hoy. Siempre se ganan los picks contrarios. No siempre, pero ahora está pasando. The flames and a soot on top of the Molotov, and then he was just patiently waiting, lying in wait, finds both the kills, and then in the end. Obvio que no va a FT, obvio. Es un estilo overpass si se quiere, más o menos, no tan así, pero.
He's been good for at least 1 kill seemingly every round towards its outside area.
A ver, pegan los verdes conmigo.
Trying to snipe away with the M4. Doesn't really have any backup. I'm not
Totalmente.
a big fan of how aggressive.
A ver, si vamos al caso, 9Z podría estar acá en el lugar de MIBR si lo hubiera ganado. Sí. Y 9Z tenía potencial para ganar la Eterna. O sea, SB1 definió muchas cosas.
That's the Xantara that people have known and loved for the better part of 3 or 4 or 5 years even. When he first burst on the scene, he was known as just this mechanically ridiculous player that performed really well online, but when it came to LANs, never quite shone the same. I think he's turned that around now. I think he's proven himself a bit of a LAN beast when he's called on, and obviously we have to jinx him. We talk about him, and he has his head caved in from Exit's Deagle, but the damage has already been done surely. They line up, Woxic takes down 1. They nearly actually lined up for a collateral shot there, but Yota and Exit are able to plunder their way down into secret, or at least Yota is. Exit's just lagging behind a little bit. And Yota does have the bomb, taking hefty damage in the process, but 1D's Xfloud? Okay. How is that even possible? And considering this is a post plant now, one of which is low, there was a way forward for Yota to have some serious impact. Even a bomb plant out of that round, all things considered, is pretty huge, and 2 kills on top of it.
That got a little scary. Woxic was down to 2 points of health as well, mind you. Eternal Fire, and we'll get their 8th.
A ver la plata que les va a quedar a... Imbécil.
Okay. They will get their 8th. I repeat. But yeah, MIBR making them sweat a little bit, making them suffer a couple of casualties, and despite the lead being 8-3, you can see the economy of Eternal Fire isn't.
Si gana esta ronda MIBR, puede que saquen 5. Y si no, capaz que se comen un 12, no, 11-4 capaz. Vamos a ver cómo lo juegan. Están sin Auper MIBR, es verdad. No tienen Auper. Y es importante en este mapa para ganar afuera, para ganar rampa.
Is going to go poking and prodding is the question. Emor waiting patiently next to the vent, but they're going to completely avoid him, and it is going to be Calyx to find one, though. Emor still waiting around the corner, needs to find a kill here, but he will get trained immediately.
3v1, 3v1. En esa ronda para MIBR. ¿Tienen money para lo que viene? Sí, pero ahí, apagado. Voy, le sobra. A eso voy.
This is within the realms of possibility, Vince, but does he go for the save looking at the money?
16-8. Pará, viejo.
Well, he is the man to make the call. As the IGL
La tía fue hoy.
is likely to die unless the smoke comes out.
Se salvó.
I'm
Qué
surprised.
horror.
If you throw in the Molotov, you need to check it for at least a second to see if the player leaves.
Los dos están en coma. Tienen que irse por taxi para no morir.
But regardless, Woxic's about to walk into Yota.
No, lo mató.
Completely
Dio toda la vuelta. Ahí agarró AP igual, ¿no? Agarró AP el MIBR.
So maybe like to play devil's advocate, that's why he pulled the smoke out. And plus
Muy jugado 16-8.
as well in terms of the bomb detonating. So fair enough.
Sí, pero tiró el fuego y no clavó mira. Porque pensó que se le iba a abrir otro. O además porque el vago ya sabía dónde estaba y le iba a prefirear. Para mí por eso no clavó mira. Pienso yo. Pausa de Eternal. A ver, fíjate que están reforzadinis igual. Si pierde esta Eternal, ojo que meta 6 MIBR. A un 8-6 otra cosa. ¿Qué onda, Bless? ¿Todo tranqui?
MIBR, they have successfully almost virtually broken the economy, and in fact, it might, depending on your school of thought.
Claro, ese es el tema, ese es el tema. Lo que dice Axel. Ya se abre cuando escucha que le viene el fuego. Por eso se esconde, digamos. Ah, pero pasaron nomás con el bondi lleno me pasó. Ah, no, 5 vivos. Intentar descontar. ¿Qué va a hacer Eternal? Bueno, ¿en serio? Bueno, sí. Pero la ronda más aburrida de... Y no, hacerte el aguante, no solo si está 9Z. Qué grande, qué grande. Qué grande toda la gente que está ahora. Todos los que están ahora, los amo. O sea... Porque me están haciendo el aguante a pesar de que no jueguen 9Z. Lo podrían estar mirando en Twitch o en cualquier otro canal. O sea, les agradezco una banda, en serio.
So this was by design, this was preordained, and it's had the required and requested outcome. That being said though, because Eternal Fire have saved all of their weapons, they're good to just go again. They're going to be maybe coming in with a similar kind of mentality. What I'm curious with is with MIBR upgrading their MAC-10 to an AK-47, do we see something a little bit faster pace? And I think it just completely caught Eternal Fire off because for the most part, over the duration of both of these maps, Blair, MIBR have played like a pretty slow, steady, stagnant kind of T side. It's been methodical, and they are going to go...
¿Lo escuchaste? Pero amigo... Sí que se cayó. Bueno, ojo. ¿Me guardó otra vez? ¿Qué van a hacer? Improtesteable esto. Muy complicado.
Yeah, you can see they were trying to work with the weaponry they had from the previous round. And they still have that op in hand to Woxic. Now, they can still eke out a pretty decent buy here later on. Xantares can drop a rifle, maybe even drop his FAMAS towards Calyx.
Yeah. De lo que podía hacer un Storm a 8-6. Me queda una ronda todavía. Más vivo que nunca, MIBR.
In the past few rounds, it's been much more faster, much more convincing, much more committed. xCloud trying to be a little cheeky there, but he will be taken down. And here we go.
¡Filo da puta!
They are back.
Alright, I understood some of that one.
Okay.
Can't repeat it.
El verdadero gordo tetones, ya digo.
He's happy to be
No es
alive.
por discriminar.
When we're, you know, sometimes when even when we're sitting.
Ah, me olvidé de decir. Hoy lo iba a decir a los candidatos. G2. Furia.
Oh my god.
Ah, capaz Furia no, pero a ver, G2. Spirit. Navi. Furia. Es que no los vi jugar a Furia. Pero esos tres, Navi, G2, Spirit. Para mí esos tres. Ojo. Face, me olvidé Face. Me olvidé Face. Face 4.
xCloud has to vacate the premises. And now MIBR as the new landlord has evicted him from his home. Back to the B side, he will fall. And there are more CTs here laid in wait, one of which is Woxic. That's the bomb that's been put down on the ground. And
Astralis lo veo medio pelo, como la otra vez. Así que...
Just to retrieve the bomb is a huge deal, let alone
bueno, va a terminar 9-6
from this point. And Woody on only 4 kills, having a bit of a slow best of 3 series so far.
Vas con Navi solo porque simple es una bestia. Y el equipo juega bien igual, a ver. Son el mismo del año pasado. Y el año pasado estuvieron intratables. Voy a ver cómo llegan de cara a la Major. Como cuando juega Messi en el Barça. Sí, entiendo la analogía.
And as he comes round, he does connect a very quick shot to Woxic, turns it round, then nullifies xCloud, but he's about to get flanked if he's not careful. Tech9, no idea how that didn't back the kill, but Evo comes in, bodyguards his IGL, and gets them across the finish line to a 9-6 half.
9-6.
Nice attempt there.
Partido. Mañana Astralis Liquid, Imperial Force. Ah, ¿firmado eso, Tadeo? ¿Firmado? Claro, MIBR sería si gana ahora este mapa, si gana el BO3. ENCE, ¿alguna opinión? ENCE, para mí se quedan cuartos. Al máximo semis. No creo que le dé para ganar la Major. Por lo que vi, son buen equipo, pero hay que ver después.
My question is, if Yota is a CT-sided player, are we going to see the same Yota as Vertigo? If we do, that could be a determining factor. Turtle has done more than enough, but now he needs the rest of his teammates to awaken from their slumber and to help him out. Eternal Fire, though, are coming outside, but simultaneously also occupying the ramp lobby area. There's no smokes been
Si gana Eterna cambia todos los matches. Uy, no. Entonces que ganen MIBR. Que ganen MIBR. Me gusta eso, todo lo que dijiste ahí, los emparejamientos. Me favorece para el piquen.
He's mainly just keeping an eye out, a bird's eye view of the outside position. And now Emo's moving in through on the hut with 2 of his teammates. Julie's rattling off some fire from Turtle.
Cómo les encantan las veretas, loco. ¡Ay, amigo! Pero jota la concha de tu madre. Contra 9Z era la reencarnación de Simple, bro. Dale. Bien igual, pero hermano, ¿cómo vas a agarrar eso? Qué bien uno que rojota, boludo. O sea, ahora me siento bien cuando me caigo a pedazos en la ronda de pistola, boludo. Sí, hasta a los profesionales les pasa.
Because Yoda completely fluffed it. Like that should have been like 2 kills. No one was looking his direction. Vince even runs out of bullets. But exit, shutting it down to the upper bomb set. Is that MIBR?
Van a correr abajo, seguro. Van a correr ducto, corren ducto. La que me gusta a mí es esta. Un fake. O van para ducto, van para ducto. Si plantan es worth igual. Si plantan, nada que van a plantar si está el chelo acá. El lecho. Plantó, worth. Worth porque estaban. Si hubiera sido full eco, hubiera sido recontra worth.
But there is maybe a small slither of a chance, especially that defusel's coming through the full 10 seconds. No kit with it, but Calyx isn't going to peek. He's hoping and praying it's a fake. But he's just found out firsthand it was.
A ver si das cuenta. Mira, lo mató. Bueno, pero viste, plantó y fíjate, tienen para sacar acá. Por lo menos. Not bad.
With that bomb plant, it's not enough to get them a full purchase. But they have some options in terms of half buying or even fully investing.
Van a hacer un semi-buy. Hacen un semi-buy y la próxima sacan full o no. Sí, un semi-buy porque después les da con los bonus. Pierden. Ahí sacaron algunas cosas igual, no están en bolas. Veo una tech, veo 3 tech, veo una Mac, 250 utilidad. Iniciaron una investigación porque parece que las USP estaban rotas. Epa. Saron. Igual complicada. 9-9. Ahora con el bonus. Esta es la ronda. Esta es la ronda que inclina la balanza. Vamos a ver qué onda. Que look en el antidoping. Qué pajeado ese look, hermano. Muy pajeado, amigo. Le tenían que atar las manos. Estaba...
If MIBR can pick this round up and get it done convincingly, not only can they pick up the weapons from the corpses of Eternal Fire, but they'll be on a fast track to a vast lead. And they've got the first pick as well. Yoda comes out swinging. He's definitely turned it up on this second half. He's already up to 14 frags. Now, Xfloud in the hut was thinking about maybe going for a peek, but thought better of that. Eternal Fire on the back foot one more time. And they don't really have any real estate either, Blair. It's not like they've got any outside control.
Le van a jugar lento, me parece.
They are literally stuck around T-spawn, only just starting to emerge outside, and they have a couple players in lobby.
Imagínate para que Rox no puede pasar nunca que Rox juegue mejor que Luke. DGT la rompió igual.
But it still needs to cross on over. Smokes will be deployed now by Eternal Fire. 48 seconds still on the clock. A lot of time to work with here. And right now, it's going to come down to Yoda to find information. You can see the smoke. It's really not going to obscure his vision. Now he knows where one player is.
35 segundos. Parece que va a ser adentro. A ver.
Close and personal could completely ruin Eternal Fire's day.
They could just shy of 30 seconds. Turtle, this is tailor-made for these kind of angles, especially when time is dwindling away. Calyx gets one. It will only be one. There's some damage to Xfloud, but more importantly, Zentares bolsters up the aggression. And that battering ram has now found its target onto the A site. Cello maneuvers his way into hut. May get an exit frag. There's one.
Ahí lo tenés atrás, Chelo.
To strike hard. Is waiting for Yota to have a bit of
Zentares, loco.
that he's coming in from the main side. Zentares is relocated.
¡Oh! ¡Sentate!
Removes him. Instantly.
A ver, se tienen que abrir a la vez. ¿Hay defuse? Hay defuse.
With his back quite literally to the wall, and two players pushing him down. MIBR and their bonus have survived with.
Pegó el gordo Chelo, loco.
And there's the screams we were looking for. The passion is back.
The war cry. What a round.
Un desastre, Luke terminó negativo en todos los matches. Sí. Muy mal rendimiento. Si fuera el Luke de 2019, 18, 2019, 2020, te diría.
And Cellos just completely deletes him, shift deletes him from the server. What a round. Because firstly, MIBR get the opening pick. Eternal Fire, they really have nothing to work with. They go for that upper execute, and they win all the duels. They do whatever they needed to do to get the bomb plant. They have the man advantage, and MIBR, they just say, yeah, no, not happening. We're still going to win the round. That is so huge for the Brazilians. 10-9 now. It was 9-6 as we enter the second half, and MIBR have strung 4 in a row together. Now for Eternal Fire, though, they have the loss bonus, max loss bonus, plus they get the bomb down. So they will still have a bye, but they are yet to get around. And that is going to be weighing heavily.
Y sí, es verdad, van a tener build. Si sigue perdido Eternal, van a seguir teniendo build porque tienen el máximo de bonus de los bonus.
Calyx making his way towards outside, and once more it's going to come down to Yota. He's going to be defending here. It's going to smoke off the entrance of Secret. I like that. It's a little bit of a cheeky one-way afforded for him to try and spot someone, try and find someone crossing over from red. But also looking at the smoke, if you're Eternal Fire, you are aware, you're cognizant of the fact that that smoke is for this very purpose.
Oh, precisely. And we've seen the smoke down a couple of times already, but not really have any impact as of yet. A lot of damage.
Luker jugando de AWPer. El coach no estaba.
A HE, a Molotov, just to deal with his position, and they're having full focus over on Secret. They have smoked off main now, making moves in. Woody does even more damage. They're limping towards the outside now. Two players so
están corriendo, los
Zantares, and he can scratch Zantares, and he can scratch Calyx as he puts 2 more notches on his belt. But Cello has found himself that X-Floud. He continues to go from strength to strength. He's picked up yet another one. He's on for the ace.
Emor, though, they're going to be grouping up with Woxic. They really need to regroup real quickly. 41 seconds, a bit of a wide off angle here being held by Yota. It's going to time the peak to perfection, and unfortunately Woxic
es que sí. Lo que te estoy diciendo. 9Z podría estar en lugar de MIBR ahora. MIBR no es mucho más que 9Z. Faltó organización, faltó pensar más a la ronda, faltó rushear menos, faltó pegar un poco más. Digamos.
He's got the bomb at 15 seconds. He's just going to have to.
Sí, Luker la vez que agarró la P no mató a nadie.
The ramp room just simmer. And MIBR, they have locked this one down. I want to point your attention to the money of MIBR. Yota, 7,000. Cellos, sure he died.
El tema que ustedes piensen. No tenía presión 9Z. ¿Qué presión va a tener si fueron los primeros equipos? Si fueron el primer equipo argentino y de Hispanoamérica sacando a Movistar y clasificaron al Major. O sea, da igual. ¿Qué le van a decir? O sea, nada. Como que un equipo de África, como que Nigeria o Sudáfrica llega a cuartos de final del Mundial. ¿Qué presión van a tener? Y da igual como salgan, se los va a aplaudir. Y es así. O sea, jugaron sin presión y jugaron, digamos, desordenados, obvio.
He's on to 16 frags, but he will be adding no more to that mark. Turtle, though, the audacity. Moves over the corpse of his teammate to push through and gets the rewards, and Taurus goes down. He sees no more players, so it stands to reason either it's a fast ramp pit or it's outside. And they're already making moves outside. They know exactly what's coming up. Look how fast MIBR rotated and reacted to this threat. Spraying through the smoke.
¿No tenían deto para tirarlo? No.
Bit of damage inflicted to X-Cloud and Woxic. An exit is here. He is laid in wait, anticipating.
Bien, qué buen salto fue ese.
One headshot in and
desnudo. Qué bien,
that is a
loco.
masterclass from MIBR on how to find information, but more importantly, how to react to it.
That was, I think, the best round we've seen from MIBR thus far. That was played to perfection.
Mínima fase de leyenda. Y sí, podría haber llegado a fase de leyenda, pero bueno, nada, se dio así.
Turtle has been incredible. Absolutely incredible this entire game. And not just the T side, mind you, on the C side as well.
Yo ya sabía que podía quedarse la 3 igual. Se sabía que no íbamos a llegar tan lejos, obvio. Uno siempre se ilusiona, claramente. Es como Argentina en el Mundial 2018. Sabíamos que éramos una poronga, pero dale, vamos a salir campeones. A ver. Hay que ser... Tampoco hay que ser termo, digamos. Hay que ser un poco de lógicos. Racional.
With a minute and 22 seconds on the clock, MIBR has come alive. They are on fire, and they're looking to close this one out.
No, creo que habías dicho que ganaba Eternal. A mí no me engañas.
to pick up the
Yo lo hace lo
pace.
mismo.
After this round, assuming that xCloud doesn't
Pero este
clutch
mundial
one
llega
first
mejor la
fight,
selección. Tiene una idea de juego, tiene un equipo, un grupo más unido.
it can. Stranger things have happened. Would effectively be like the royal
Que no le vamos a tener fe a la selección.
And instead he just had a
Ay,
pair.
Dios, me caí entero. Pará, mogólico, ¿qué gritas? ¿Ves?
MIBR this time around. That is 7 rounds in a row on
No
their
sé,
CT
retaramos
side.
igual la torreta es
Money
imparable.
accruing nicely. Fantastic reactions when it comes to rotation.
No sé, Para mí dijiste que nada Eternal, pero bueno, te la dejo pasar.
It just
Un
seems
poco
to
me
me
olvidé.
as well, in that previous round, a bit of desperation crept in, Blair. We
No.
saw a couple players vent dive, couple players pushing out.
Bueno, creo que entonces dijiste 16-2 MIBR.
They were absolutely disjointed, and that was also because of how disruptive MIBR are being
Oh,
with
yeah.
Eternal Fire, right? They're trying the best.
Ah, loco, estoy más pajeado que Luke
And then Zantares
ayer y antes
just
de ayer.
sneaks his way through, and he's like, all right, I finally made it. On 4 points of health through the flames, but gets absolutely destroyed. The bomb is down, and then even then, it's still a 3v5, still a chance for them to get a couple of kills to recover it, but then exit just shuts it down from the CT vent.
Loco, estoy comiendo esto, pero no me lleno. O sea, es como que mi cuerpo me dice, pibe,
Thus far, been
nada.
flawless on the CD side. 7 back to back to back to back to back. An Eternal Fire yet to find one.
What's also really scary here is in 7 rounds, they've only got 2 plants.
Yeah.
So it's not even like it's been close rounds. Most of them have been pretty lopsided. MIBR now getting outside quickly behind the red container. A play
Pepa.
not seen yet. Jonah with 2
Qué bien.
through the smoke. That is just a kick straight to the plums of Eternal Fire, who are trying to get
Pero
some
llegó-
kind of momentum
se olvidó de llevar la
outside,
novia.
and it completely stops and repels the push. It's only Calyx that's limped downstairs.
Va a decir que si se sacaba la leche un poco, iba a jugar mejor, no sé, para mí va a jugar peor.
Giveaway, and of course xCloud getting the kill on towards Yota. So MIBR being proactive finds Woxic. That should be the tell actually. I think they should have the information looking at
Al
where Woxic was
final
presented.
iba a dar a
was
Ron
present.
ayer los
Firstly,
likes.
that was
No me
unnecessary
olvidé.
pick, in my opinion, from
Igual
Turtle,
dijo
but
200,
he's
creo al
feeling
final,
it.
no,
And
era
now we're with one or
200.
two players.
No
One
sé
was
si
towards
llegamos a
outside, one
200.
was towards lower.
Anuncié a OnlyFans de una vez y listo. Pero bueno, a ver, si me lo pide la gente,
This is going to require
yo
gargantuan
me
of
compro
Herculean
ropa
effort. He's all the way
sexy
towards upper, towards the lobby. He snaked his way back, and
y empiezo a
Calyx
mostrar
making a little bit of
mis
noise to
encantos.
try and keep the attention of MIBR towards the lower bomb side, but exit, he times the peak to perfection, and MIBR round 14 coming up in the next few seconds.
Qué bien los
Yeah, the other problem is
BR,
that
loco.
Calyx faked the squeaky doors downstairs, but Cello was just sat there
Lucas.
watching it. He's like, "Yep, I just saw him fake it, guys.
Yep.
You're not fooling me at all."
Muy
So they're just
tomiado,
getting
muy
positional.
tomiado.
Calyx looks like he may be able to retrieve and take out an AK-47 from the round. The fact of the matter is, that's just not good enough anymore. You've got to start winning rounds. You have yet to pick up a single.
Viste, más de 700 y no querían dar like, loco. Ay,
This
ay,
is
ay.
going to be 8
Son unos ratones.
unanswered rounds. The curse continues on Eternal Fire, and that AK is not even guaranteed, and it will be taken away and stripped away from MIBR. Turtle moves on to 28 kills.
A little fortunate that Calyx died right before the time expired, so he will get the bonus money. So once again, yeah.
Uno hace el esfuerzo, se levanta temprano para streamear el partido, que lo vean acá en YouTube cómodos, y no dan like, loco.
MIBR have put on a masterclass of a CD side here. Yota, this is the first time he's been this aggressive towards the outside area, finding a couple, Turtle catching Woxic as well off guard.
Cambiaste la yerba ayer, ¿cómo me joden con eso, viejo?
And
O sea,
they're starting to feel so
yo
nigh immortal at times, right? Even though when having such massive players,
estoy muy vivido con el mate, así que eso, ya, la yerba se cambia siempre.
Just feeling better, and that knife's much better than the one I have.
El tema es que, bueno, ayer piensen que había mucha más gente mirando, quería tratar de hacer un stream un
That's
poco
also
más
nicer than the one I
Is that a
have.
Ruby
formal, por
online?
así decirlo. No quería irme,
Is that a-
digamos.
no, that's
Por
a-
eso es
Oh, is it
que
Crimson Web?
That's a Crimson Web.
la hubiera cambiado si hubiera
That's
estado
still
más tranca.
expensive, mind you, especially depending on the float of it.
I got a.
¿Viste cómo le estamos? Es que sacó 6 de TT,
I got
MIBR.
butterfly black laminate, mate.
All right. Stop flexing on me, Vince.
Flex. Get flex.
I got flexed out there. But Machine did lend me his knife, which is a really nice skeleton one, case hardened.
La guita que tiene MIBR se pueden comprar Argentina.
Once again playing aggressive Calyx. He doesn't spot him. The smoke obscures his vision, and they're gonna walk on past.
No.
Oh, this could be absolutely
Epa.
brutal. Woxic. He still checks. Woxic checks.
But
¿Se lo
he's
esperan? No se lo
he's
esperan
called
para mí
it.
igual.
Woody knows this. They could line up from. This could be multiple kills, but they go 1 for 1.
Radiado, 3v4, linda ronda.
Woxic's that one guy who clears every single angle, no matter even his teammates have walked on past. That saved Eternal Fire from disaster. That potentially might have
Capaz que
saved them
salga esta,
from
ojo,
MIBR
ojo.
getting the map and match point in this very round. But still, we've seen MIBR, even when it comes to these man disadvantageous positions, somehow come out on top. And we can see now Turtle slowly making his way.
Ay, 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 lo vio.
Woxic saw him.
Ey, lo peinaron esas balas, te digo.
HP as the remaining members slowly inched away up to upper bomb side with a crossfire. It's lying in wait, Vince, but
Voy a descargar esto para unirme, que grande,
replies back with a trade, but it's all down to Turtle and he gets nothing
close igual.
Finally, Eternal Fire, they break
Lo piqueó MIBR este mapa.
They find one. The question is, can they find more? Because I still can't believe, unless I mean, this just feels like a flash in the pan, considering how convincing the MIBR rounds have been on the CD side.
Es la primera igual y tiene mucha guita todavía MIBR. Piensen que ahora si pierde esta Eternal no va a tener la próxima. Si al ganar una ronda te quitan los bonus y queda. Vamos a ver cómo se les da. Escucharon, que corrió todo. This could be the map, of course. It is going to be the map. 3v5.
themselves 2 players behind. They've got utility.
Si la juegan tranquilo la ganan.
But they don't have all 5 members. And they haven't really got any part of control on the map either. They do spot a brief glimpse of Cello. Molly down onto elbow will allow them safe passage, at least into ramp. But that's only one small moving part of the bigger picture, the machinery that they've been getting caught in time and time again. Has been wielded by the Brazilians. And now Cello downstairs is just basically waiting an off angle. He's waiting to call for the rest of his team to rotate.
There's still an opportunity here for Eternal Fire. We had the flank coming in the form of Calyx. They're just waiting patiently, and Yoda's getting a little overeager. The timing on that peak, Yoda able to find X-Cloud, but at least he's able to get a kill before he falls. And now Calyx, there we go. That was a 3v2 right now. Molotov going to be lobbed in. Turtle's feet's been spotted by Calyx. They can get the bomb down here. And there we go, bomb getting planted. Woxic and Calyx, they need this clutch, Vince.
This is everything.
¿Dónde está MIBR, viejo? Más lento que... El defuse, sí, hay defuse. Tiene más plata que...
has the angle for Turtle, but Turtle's been so good today. It may
Ay, mira cómo corre.
Calyx gets caught in 2 minds, goes back in again, 1-4 trade. There's still enough time on the clock.
Sabe que está en rampa. Complicada, la debería ganar fácil Eternal.
The peak, and he does have a smoke, and he also has a kit as well. But he has no idea where Woxic currently resides, and he's took too long. Woxic, even if he misses the shot, should still be good to stop this. Trades out to the M4, full defusal comes in, and there we have it. Woxic and Eternal Fire live to fight another day by the skin of their teeth.
No sé si no llegaba.
Great calling, great round from...
Si no lo mataba, llegaba. ¿Usted qué dice?
Even though they were man down, Vince, they waited patiently, and the fact that MIBR were kind of
ganaron 3v5. Puede revivir Eternal ahora después de esto.
2 players playing with lower bomb side, but that allows Calyx to cross all the way from outside from Yard, come in from Secret, and then even though MIBR aggressed back towards ramp, they weren't expecting the timing from Calyx. A small little hole in that defense from the side of MIBR, despite being the man advantage, and Eternal Fire are able to exploit it. A much needed round. That looked like it was done, and it came down to the final dying seconds of the round.
Parecía que estaba listo, posta.
Somehow sticking the bomb. And by the way, if Woxic hadn't switched over to the M4A1, if he had his pistol out, for example, that could have gone the way of MIBR there. But Eternal Fire, the flame sputtering, but not quite snuffed out yet. 14-2.
Paja cuando ponen pausa así, viejo. La puta madre.
And MIBR, they still have money.
Che, Romy, estás ahí nomás de la predicción. Estás ahí, estás alive.
Still have $3,900 to work with. He can probably drop a weapon in the direction of exit. What he can buy for himself, what he can buy for a couple of players as well. So money is not a problem right now for MIBR, but they're also cognizant of the fact that, Vince, the lead they have is tenuous. 3 rounds can easily dissipate. And if Eternal Fire are able to win the following round, break the economy, all of a sudden, it will be, or potentially could be, Eternal Fire tying things up. A tactical timeout getting called here by Eternal Fire. That's the final one, Vince. That's the final time they have a time to kind of take a breather, talk to the coach, get a little bit of input, and figure out how they want to play the final few rounds here of what could be.
Igual si gana esta ronda MIBR tienen la próxima Eternal para sacar. Algo va a tener de plata. So una
currently on the line for these 2 teams. MIBR at least have the cushion.
Tenemos que confiar MIBR.
They have that in their back pocket. That can't be stripped away from them. It can't be taken away. Eternal Fire have yet to secure their own.
Vamos, Bless. Vamos, papá. Gracias por hacerte miembro. Welcome to Wildfire. Tengo que ponerle más onda a eso. Voy a hacer un video personalizado de lo que voy a ofrecer con los miembros del canal. Pasa que como no estuve mucho en mi canal, no estuve dando mucha bola desde que arranqué a estudiar sobre todo. Pero les tengo que dar algo, O si no es alta staff. Ay, boludo, me duele. Ya me duele tener los auriculares puestos. Me voy a sacar ahí.
Cello completely messed up a couple of his nades there, but at
Vamos,
least
vamos, MIBR.
get punished for it. They're gonna be going for this. Oh, they're gonna be
Eu confío en
Haven't
vocês.
gone for this at all. This
Acredita,
entire
acredita.
half.
La concha de tu madre, por favor, que no lo esperen ahí.
Are they gonna clear him?
Ay.
Yes, they will. And Cello, good for just one. Zantares with a
Ronda
1-2
para-
combo, and that's the lower bomb site.
Ronda para Eternal, ya está. Ronda para
A little
Eternal.
bit of haste though. He's found himself right behind the double doors as Zantares.
¿Qué
3K
pones,
for him,
Zantares,
taking
imbécil?
matters into his own hands.
That's the bomb. The bomb's been
Ronda
slowed
para,
down, though.
para
Someone's going to
Eternal.
have to go and replenish that and pick it up. Retrieve the bomb, get that onto the side. Spray is good.
Ronda
for
para
Exit,
Eternal,
something
ronda
that's
para-
very doable from
Ronda
MIBR's
para Eternal,
perspective.
Eternal,
Exit's
Eternal.
position may be compromised, but Calyx has been battered and
Está cantado
bruised.
igual.
In his exchange, Molly towards Shadow, Flash is there to counteract. It's still going to be tagging Woxic down, who misses his shot, gets punished
Eternal,
for it,
Eternal.
and Exit can clutch
Eternal.
it. What
¡Vamos,
a
viejo,
kill
vamos!
And Exit
¡Sí,
is able to
papá!
clutch it out and give MIBR 4
La muspa,
match
viejo.
points.
De nada, de nada.
Clutch is his middle name.
Tienen
and
plata
the
ahora igual,
number
tienen
of
plata.
times
Bueno,
Exit has failed
más o menos,
MIBR
están
from what
medio
seems like a seemingly
broken.
unwinnable round. I've lost track. The guy is just. He
Te
seems
mando un
to be
saludo a
more
Bless.
confident.
Esto queda subido a YouTube, así que cuenta y que regarcará. Mirá, voy a hacer el video de la actualización del dólar. Lo primero que voy a hacer es mandarte un saludo, Bless. Te amo. Los amo a todos los que están mirando, ya les dije.
Even though he goes for the duel,
Por
he was
hacer el
so very
aguante.
low after winning the duel early on. 4 map and match points for MIBR
MIBR.
to go 2-2
Ah, mira, le habrá un lore.
Look what they have to work
Igual
with
tan filte
Vince.
este. ¿Le dio?
2 Deagles, I was
No,
about
fue
to
otra
say,
vez,
but
muy
now
bueno.
it's down to 1. Tech 9 left.
Viejo,
A Mac 10.
se puede pechear esto.
Galil, one
Nada,
by
igual la
one,
gana Eternal,
they
la gana
start to
Eternal.
fall, the dreams start to dissipate into the ether, and MIBR 3 rounds away from making it
ay, bombón.
to
Aquí me vas a
try
acordar.
to somehow
También
close
entenderá
this
esa
one out, and
referencia.
Yota fittingly might be the one to finish it off.
¡Ah!
Cello
Vamos,
puts
pa.
the final nail in the coffin as
Vamos,
Antares
viejo.
is the final to
Vamos los
go.
brazucas, vamos, vamos.
Turkish team has been eliminated.
Así que por una ronda no le pegaste,
Major,
Ro.
and
Qué
MIBR
verga,
go
boludo.
2-2.
16-11.
But as we discussed before,
Y
Blair,
va, que se
it's
la gasta.
celebrations right
NT
now,
igual.
but there are some very good teams in that 2-2 bracket that they still could be playing
It's
against.
not
Bon
over yet.
choco,
It
bon
is
choco.
absolutely not
Entonces
over yet.
quedan-
You say
¿cómo
the
quedan los
teams,
cruces?
Name me the teams.
¿Quién me tiró hoy los cruces?
Astralis,
Liquid.
Liquid, Imperial.
¿Quién me tiró los cruces
Imagine an
hoy?
Imperial MIBR matchup, for example. I don't know exactly how it's
Miren,
going to pan out. Obviously,
7 de la mañana, 10:45, 2:30.
individual, but yeah, MIBR deserved win.
Va que el de las
Especially,
10:45 puedo streamear.
Nuke, I always felt was going to go the way of MIBR. But
Dale, dale, dale.
the
Sí,
side
sí,
of
sí, sí,
Walton
sí,
and
sí,
his
sí.
men,
Pará,
commiserations.
esto yo lo voy a
Vertical,
revisar.
It really needed to go their way, and they were mounting that comeback with the first half. A couple
Ah,
more
16.
rounds, if they were able to get a few more rounds
Sí, es verdad, dijiste
in that
16.
first half, potentially, maybe they could have seen.
Bueno,
the
bueno,
team
después lo
grow,
arreglamos,
maybe
después lo arreglamos de
we could
otra
have
manera.
seen Dust 2 coming up to play here,
Sí,
but
sí, sí,
MIBR,
tenés razón, tenés
they will be the ones to win. You might be yelling at the server, you might be
Tenés
yelling off
razón,
the
tenés
round, but at the
razón.
end of the day, at the end of the game, it's always GG. You love to see it. Fist bumps all around. Risk nothing.
Sí, sí. Uy, ¿por qué muteé?
Turtle,
Bueno, sí, igual lo voy a mutear. A ver si ya están los cruces. O bueno, si no, después los subo en las publicaciones de YouTube para que lo vean. Hay que ver el VAR, hay que ver el VAR. Sí. Sí, totalmente. Bueno, gente, escuchen. Los que están ahora, que somos 10, me dice ahí. Entren al Discord y miren, se van a esta sección, se van a sorteo. No, si pueden escribir acá, si pueden pegar acá su trade link. Todos los que estén acá en el chat, bueno. Dejen su trade link, les va a llegar algo, les va a llegar algo. Por agradecimiento de haber estado en este directo. La verdad. Por hacerme el aguante en este directo. Así que dejen el trade link acá. Los que estén ahora, digamos. Yo ya voy a cortar el stream, por eso lo aviso ahora. Y nada, vamos a cerrar el juego. Lo Lo tenía abierto. Y nada, gente. Gracias por hacer aguante. Ya les dije. Mañana capaz streameo. No estoy seguro, pero les voy a avisar. Te paso mi cebo, dice Ezequiel. Bravo, viejo. No, yo manejo pesos argentinos, no crocantes. No, no manejo verdes todavía. Y nada, el sábado y domingo seguro que streameo porque hay va a haber partidos lindos. A ver si se actualizó esto. No, no se actualizó todavía, pero bueno. Nada, nos vemos en el próximo directo, gente. Un gustazo.